And welcome in, everybody. So this is the most recently. I have. If you want to redeem your channel points, you can. Or is it money? You can make that happen. So this is the most recently updated tier list from Japan. I think Dragapult's number one. Lucario is dropped. Starmie is off the list. Yeah, I told you. I told everybody. Dragapult's going to be number one. And then you're seeing, you notice how in B tier there's three psychic decks? I mean, Alakazam doesn't really count. But, Starmie's gone. I told you, Starmie is a fraud deck. Lucario is amazing because you can literally just go up 3 prizes against any deck just because you're so fast. Yeah, Lily's Clefairy with Wonders Patch. But the problem is that Dragapult can still win that matchup because Lily's Clefairy only has 200 or 190 hit points. So you have to play the Pearl. And Junis, thank you for the sub. So you have to play the Pearl, but if they play Tool Scrapper, or is Jamming Tower not rotating? I can't remember. But if they can deal with your Pearls, if you can give them a Pearl necklace, then it doesn't matter. You win that matchup as a Dragapult player because you're still hitting the bench. And Mega Diancie, well, we didn't have Wonders Patch, right? Back then, we didn't have Wonders Patch, right? When Mega Diancie was announced, we didn't have Wonders Patch, is what I'm choosing to say. But no, we didn't have Smoochum. Yeah, we didn't have Smoochum back then. But no, the only reason Mega Diancie is good is because it, is good against the top 2 decks. That's it. Any Psychic deck that is semi-decent is going to do well in a meta where Dragapult and Lucario are number 1 and 2. And if you're not weak to Dark, then you also do good against Grimmsnarl. And what happened to Starmie is, I told you, it's a fraud deck. Grimmsnarl has taken over because Grimmsnarl isn't a 3-prizer. So I think what the issue ended up being is that Starmie Frostlass has a not good matchup against Lucario because Lucario can one-shot Starmie. Starmie can't one-shot Lucario. The Frostlass can one-shot Lucario, but if you know what you're doing, then it doesn't really matter. But that's, this is still over a month and a half away. We're playing Dudunsparce today. Just put a buttload of energy on this stupid thing. 80 damage for each heads. You literally don't have to think. You just attach energy with Kamala Harris. I'll try to limit the amount of jokes. There's only one joke. It's not jokes, plural. It's one. I just say Kamala Harris. It's low-hanging fruit. Imagine being 1'4" and 44 pounds. Imagine being 1'4" and 44 pounds. I mean, they probably count the... What is that? I don't even know, but the bongo? All right, so we'll play Levincia. I have Meganium, Area 0, Mela. The Mela one's the worst. The Spiky Energy one is the best if you don't whiff 7 special energy that are still in your deck when you... Lilies and Pheasantipity for 9 per game, and you get 0 energy, which happened in my test game. So yeah, we'll start with Levincia. You want to go first with this one. But Junis, yeah, what happened to Starmie is that Grimmsnarl is just better, right? It gives up 2 prizes instead of 3. It works better with Monkey Dory because you can use things like Energy Switch. And we're facing someone who's 1391. Okay, if we lose this one, it's because it's Festival Grounds and we flip only tails. And what happened to Trust Your Feet? I won the first 2 Trust Your Feet tournaments, and then we called it quits because I was too good. It wasn't fair to the rest of the players. And thank you, Never Gonna Let Me Down. Okay. This is not how it's supposed to go. I think I play 4 Lilies, 4 Carmine, and probably 4 Iono. So, of course, this is the start we get, but I can, dozing draw. That's one nice thing. Okay, so they're playing a good deck, which is highly unfortunate for us. But they're not going to do anything turn 1, which is good. Yeah, we'll go get this guy. And then we just thin out. Oh, cool, we prized Komala. That's always fun. So let's fan call for just everything. And then we go double Kamala. And here's the question Trust Your Pilot has to answer is, do we attach a basic lightning to anybody? And I think the answer is no, because they're not going to do anything turn 1. And Ryusham, don't forget that there's also Larry's Staraptor and Larry's Braviary, both of which, I mean, the Staraptor is more playable, but the Staraptor is just like a much worse Hops Trevenant. All right, so if they keep the Porygon in the active, then we do take a knockout with the Fan Rotom, which is good, but then we're just kind of screwed, right? They're probably going to win this game, unless they're not playing Honchkrow. Are they potentially not playing Honchkrow and we're just going to lose because they're playing Porygon and our deck's going to take forever to get set up and I play 4 Carmine and 4 Lilies and 3 Ino and they were just able to get Factory Ariana? All right, well, we do take a knockout. This is kind of the point of the deck. Okay, so let's go Ass Landing. You know, the Fan Rotom I really like just as a one-of because it's early damage. It lets you do something on turn 1. It lets you, you know, either take a small knockout or it lets you set something up, and it also gets all your Kamala because you can't find Kamala off of Buddy Puffin, which is slightly annoying. And another thing that you don't really mention is that the Dunsparce has free retreat. That's really good. Oh, they only had 3, right? Yeah, they only have 3 supporters in there, so they have to get rid of 1 more. They just have to play a supporter. Yeah, that's all they have to do is just play a supporter and they win. Joke's on you. Archer's probably going to help me. But we're about to lose to someone whose ranking is, I think, 1390. They're in the 1300s. Okay, they're in the 1300s, and we're going to lose this matchup. I'll take a Carmine and a bunch of... Oh, man. Oh, this is... We're not even flipping coins yet. We're not even flipping any coins yet, and we're going to lose. This is amazing. We haven't even flipped a single coin, and things are going badly. All right, well, strap on. Get your strap on ready. This is going to be real rough here. All we have to do is top deck a playable card. I mean, even if I top deck a Dudunsparce, we're still in this game. Yeah, might want to... Oh my god! Okay, well, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to preemptively... Oh, I meant to attach the lightning energy. I didn't think it was going to automatically go for that. Click to place was a mistake. As I've said multiple times, click to place was a mistake. So there we go. Okay. We do have to flip 2 heads to knock out a Porygon too, which is kind of sad. And Incineroar, yeah, as long as it's even, that's 50-50. And I won't count Sleep flips. It's only going to be to Dunsparce. I'm not going to count Dunsparce. I'm not going to count Sleep. It's only to Dunsparce. That's it. And they're going to be very, very close to 270 damage, like right off the rip. Though I can't remember what the ace spec is in this list. Because this list is designed around Carmine and Levincia. So you discard all your energy, you get it back, you re-accelerate it. But I'm designed to beat strong decks. I'm not designed to beat Porygon and do nothing for 5 turns. But the thing that I liked is I faced Lucario. I would have won against Lucario if, you know, the draws were slightly better, but they were horrific. So I would have won against Lucario if the draws were anything, because all you have to do is just knock out a Lucario and you can win the game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we go Ignition. I don't need a whole lot to win. I just basically needed a Dunsparce. We get a Dunsparce, we win the game. Thank you. Okay, so I guess it makes sense to Defiance Band. Let's go Fez and Steabity, because what is this, a Heroes Cape build? If this is a Heroes Cape build, I am a happy person. Okay. Unfortunately, I do have to put the Fez and Steabity into play. We're going to leave a bench spot open. Ooh, okay, so then I think I go for the Porygon Z, because that helps them draw more cards. Or that helps them, you know, fill up their discard pile. So we do want to knock this out. The fact I didn't get Levincia is kind of crazy. All right, first one, here we go. What do you think it's going to be? We're flipping 5 coins. We just need 2. We just need, okay, we got 2, and can you save those for later, please? Can you save some of those heads for later, please? We just needed 2. And there's the Kamala. I think in some lists, I was kind of, you know, flip-flopping. Because in some cases, you want to have 4 Kamala, and some you want to have 3. Because bench space is definitely a premium with this deck. is you want to have your active Dudunsparce, you want to have a bench Dunsparce, you want to have, 1, 2, 3 Kamala, and then a Pheasantipity. So having 4 Kamala doesn't really matter, right? Like, obviously, yes, I understand it does matter, but it doesn't really matter. Why'd they go and get that? Just to get rid of it? Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I know they're out of Gust cards. Wow, they filled up their discard pile immensely. And then they got the Archer, but that's okay. Okay, so as long as we can find, like, a playable card... Nope. There's... Oh my goodness. See, this is... You can't give this deck 2 turns to set up. This is the problem here. Alright, well, maybe we'll get some playable cards here in a second. Maybe we'll find our first Levincia. You never know. You could find your first Levincia, Trust Your Pilot. It could be a thing you could do. I'm not going to do the math. I'm pretty sure they have a knockout. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a knockout. Pretty sure they have a knockout there. Alright, can I get an Ino or something, please? Can I get an Ino? That's a Dudunsparce. Okay, that's a card we needed. I will allow that. Alright, Fez, I believe. You're going to get me an Ino. That is not an Ino, but we did get nothing of importance. Okay, so let's go Kamala and then 2 energy. We will Ultra Ball for Kamala. So we have to get the Hero's Cape or we lose. Look at that. We had 3. Look at all the supporters we had. Look at all the Levincia. Look at everything we had, and we're still gonna lose. All right, so Carmine. We got a Levincia. That's why I left the energy in there. You had to do that. Okay, so we still have to flip 2 heads, which is a scary notion here. We still have to believe in the heart of the cards, and I hate how the game forces you to select the energy. It's like there's literally one option. I can only accelerate to the active. This should not be a choice. I can literally only do one thing, but PDCGL says, hey, what if we gave you a choice here? Remember when I said, could we save some of those coin flips for later? Remember when I said that? We're 0-1. Okay, why are they benching? They have game. Oh man, we needed Ino, we didn't get it. Get ready. This is going to be the stream. I'm getting a video out of this though. We are streaming until I get 3 games. Those are the rules. We are streaming until we get 3 games. The stream will not end until I get a YouTube video out of this. I just started. I know. Google's longest ever Twitch stream. Yeah, and I won't do any of that Ludwig. Oh, I'm going to go take a shower that lasts 2 hours. But for everyone just tuning in, this is the updated tier list in Japan. So Dragapult is over a quarter of the top 16 meta in Japan. I will go first. Can we please get a turn 1 Carmine and then Lucario? So almost half of the meta is just Dragapult and Lucario. We got everything but. We got everything but the Carmine. Unless... Okay, so it's Magmortar. So it's Magmortar that we're facing off against, so it'll be a burn deck. We got the Carmine. This is an unfortunate Carmine. This is... PDCGL gives me the Carmine, and I'm super happy, and then everything falls apart. Everything immediately falls apart after we get the Carmine. I was super excited about that Carmine. I am no longer excited about the Carmine. So I think in this situation, we just go get... yeah, we just fill our holes here. And the cool thing is I can retreat the Kamala for free, basically. Well, I mean, does it really matter? We have everything we need for next turn. I think we just go end turn. Like, I can't lose all of that, right? But no, the thing is, I wanted to Carmine. You build a Carmine deck and you go first and you get Carmine in your opening hand. You kind of want to use the Carmine, but then PDCGL is just like, oh, we're also going to give you Ino and Lilies and Bosses. I can't remember if I play Jet Energy. I don't think I do. Oh, they're doing nothing. Okay, this is going to be our first win of the day here. First win of the day. This is great. Let's get rid of... Yeah, Carmine, see you later. Useless card. You did nothing to help us out here. And then we Lilies for 8. And we're going to flip them off all day. All right, so let's go for it. We only need 1 heads. We got it. We have the attack this turn. I just have to make sure that I select this properly because PDC Jill's going to try to screw me out of this. All right, so then we hard retreat into this guy, and then we manually attach. And Butthole Rising, thank you for the sub. Okay, so I feel like I should hold on to the Hero's Cape because we don't know how this game is going to go. Oh, we have a third Kamala. This is why I like the deck so much, is because you just have so much attachments. You know, it's like you get too attached to a girlfriend and then she keys your car. Okay, here we go. We only needed 1. I was trying to make a joke about girlfriend getting too attached to me and then it turned into me getting attached to them and that joke went nowhere. I'm sorry. I was trying to do math in my head. We only needed 1 heads. That's it. 80 damage. I think this is one of the best coin flippers. Isn't there a Blossom that does 90 times? So it's a little bit different. They have Mega Camerupt. We can one-shot a Mega Camerupt very easily. Now the they're playing the wrong Nummel too. There's the new Nummel that if you hit into it, you get burned. I mean, this one's obviously better for setup because it benches 2 basics, but if you get the new one from Ascended Heroes, if you hit into it, you're burned. It is a coin flip, so it's not guaranteed, but I mean, you should probably play at least one of the new one if you're playing a Camerupt deck, if you're crazy enough to play a Camerupt deck in this day and age. Why do I feel like we're not going to get an attack this turn? Why is something telling me that we're not getting an attack this turn? I feel a tingling in my balls that we're not going to be attacking this turn. I do not trust this Lily. All right, never mind. I trusted the Lily. So we went 1 and 3 last time. Is there any reason to hold? I don't think there's any reason to hold the Mist Energy because the Camerupt doesn't do anything good. We just need 1 heads. And they can't one-shot my Dudunsparce no matter what they do. All right, we got it. We got it. Oh, my God. Okay. I mean, we are, I think, we're 2 and 6? 2 and 6 on coin flips this game? And we're winning quite bigly? And Slushy, Dragonite, no good. Dragonite is terrible. So if you're not subscribed to the VODs channel, you probably haven't seen I posted the full stream to the VODs channel. Yeah, good thing I had that Mist Energy. But I think it's so funny when people comment, like, your list isn't very good. What's with your list? And it's like, okay, number 1, I finished the stream with a positive win ratio. Number 2, I played 6 different lists. Number 3, they were the most successful lists in Japan if you don't include the Terabox evolution versions. So you can't say my list is bad when I'm literally playing. Why did they? Okay, they don't know what they're doing. But I just find it so funny when people say, "Oh, your list is really bad." Well, I started the stream with the worst one. Yes, I admit that. But then I finished the stream with the best win ratio in the world. So get ratioed. Am I right? Okay, we're just going for it. And yeah, it's also the most disliked VOD I've ever had. Okay, let's not give them more cards. Let's Carmine. Ooh, I'm just going for it here. So we Earthen Vessel away the lightning energy. We give this guy all of our energy. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to manually attach the ignition just to make sure we don't massively fail here. So this is why I like the Levincia build, is because you can use Earthen Vessel, you can use Ultra Ball. After one of them gets knocked out, you easily recover the energy. Okay, here we go. We're flipping 10 coins. We need 3 heads. We need 3 heads. We need 3 heads. Oh my God. We needed 3. Oh man. Oh, 11 and 15. We needed 3. That was so close. Yeah, mini heart attack right there. So they can't even do anything this turn. The most they can do, I think, is 300 damage. This is why I like the Hero's Cape, is because the Dudunsparce is kind of weak, right? It has 270 hit points. You could say, oh, like, why don't you put Legacy Energy, Maximum Belt, Prime Catcher, Secret Bot? Like, you could play any ace spec in this deck. I think Hero's Cape is the best because if it can just survive one turn, you win the game. We got the triple again. We got the triple. All right, and then we'll go Carmine again, because if we just get another ignition, that's going to be... Ah, we didn't get another ignition. All right, well, we need, I think, 5 heads this time, so we still can go less than 50%. We just need 5 heads. Oh, okay, we went 8 and 3. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You know, if the luck stays this way, we'll be like the evolved form of Luxia. We'll be a Lux Ray. I'm sorry, but we won a game with the Dunsparce. We flipped a lot of heads. This is it. I know they didn't have a good start, but it doesn't matter because they didn't take a single prize. We had Levincia, we had ignitions. We would have won that game even if they knocked out 2 to Dunsparce. There we go. Just play to Dunsparce. Shut off your brain, flip coins, have fun. All right, so we'll play Levincia one more time. The Meganium one, I think, is going to be the best version of the deck. If I had to guess, I would say Meganium is the best. And yeah, I'll pin that one, Never Gonna Let Me Down. Because you don't have to rely on ignition energy, and by not relying on ignition energy, you don't lose energy at the end of your turn. The problem is, I played 2 games with Meganium, I never saw Forest of Vitality, so that was a little rough. Who are we facing? We're facing SKM 2403. I mean, it's a coin flip deck. Yeah, like, do you have to ask? It's a coin flip deck. Do you think coin flip decks are competitive? If so, then yes, it's competitive. Oh, this is great. Except for the Night Stretcher. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, slightly confused. Little turned on. Now, this is a situation you don't see very often. I'm going to choose to draw 0 cards because I'm Carmining. We're going first. They're playing Zoroark Megazard. And that is actually fine. I will take that. So let's go, yeah, this guy and this guy. The Fan Rotom for the Komala is just such a good combo. I like it so much. All right, then we go 1. Yeah, everybody in play. That's it. This is the ideal turn 1 for the deck. Is just everybody down. And you Carmine. That's it. This is the entirety of the deck. Now the question is, do I go and get anybody? I don't think so. I think we just Carmine. Well, jeez, could have given me a lightning energy there, PDCGL. I was thinking of making a couple changes to this list. I think maybe one more lightning energy is a good idea. Because you do go a little overboard on supporters. And there's the Badoo. Well, joke's on them. I got nothing going on. All I need is not much, right? Because I can one-shot a Megazard. I just have to be very careful here. So I think it's just Lilies and see what happens, because worst case scenario, we should get a lightning energy and I can just dozing draw. And if they take a knockout, oh no, they activate Counter Catcher. Or I can, get 3 energy and knock out the Badoo if I find a Levincia. I'm a freaking genius. Okay, so let's go Lilies. We just need 3 energy. Okay, well, we're, yeah, I guess we'll just take the knockout. It's not necessarily ideal, but we can get it back. So we go Ass Landing. I'm not going to evolve because they could very easily just have Counter Catcher Because they only need 3. Yeah, they only need 3 energy. That's the problem. We didn't see Wizard, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had at least a copy in there. And a little weird that they have Air Balloon on the Charmander when it already has free retreat, but I guess they thought maybe they were going to do something else. And just, this is what I like about the Lavincia build. Again, you should probably have 8 lightning instead of 7. You know, Mist Energy is a take it or leave it card. And, you know, maybe cut. I mean, the thing is that I kept having bad turn 1s. And my fix for that is always just play Carmine. And Carmine's not rotating. So Carmine's probably going to be another card I like for another year. But then the gap is definitely narrowing. So it's like when your ex-wife used to have that gap, and then she gets a bit older, the gap narrows a bit because the thighs are getting a little bit thicker. You're not complaining, but you're just saying that the gap is narrowing. Post-rotation, the difference between going first and second is much closer because the technical machines are gone. So Arvin is gone. So we don't have Arvin anymore. And that's like the number 1 card why you would go second. And then we also don't have the technical machines. So there's no more turn 1 going second trolley for evolution or trolley for turbo energize. And Super Smash Kart? Nah, bro, we're going Kamala. Why would you mess around with a baby maker build when you can just rely on Kamala? It's guaranteed if it's in your hand. And ABC, yeah, well, I was thinking, you know, what's the point of putting it on there? But obviously they were going for a different strategy, and then they had to put the air balloon because they put the energy. But in a perfect world, you don't put energy on Charmander. Oh, no.
Baby Mama Coppola.
And Zach, thank you. Huh. So in this situation, I think we just go for it, right? Because I might... No, I probably don't have it. I was thinking I might have it. I don't think we have it, actually. So I'd much rather just put 70 damage on the Charmander. It's a little, you know, not greedy, but it's a little pacifistic. Okay. You know, maybe I shouldn't be this much of a pacifist. Put my pacifist in your face. Okay, well, no, they didn't brick. They're playing Charizard with Zoroark, and they're relying on Fez to draw cards. They're playing... You know, there's a reason Zoroark isn't paired with Megazard, right? There's no synergy there with the attacks. At least Pidgeot can attack, and Pidgeot's attack gets rid of a stadium. It knocks out a Monkey Dory, gets rid of a stadium. You know, it does resist fighting. Don't neglect that. It's not weak to grass, so it can set some knockouts up. There's just not enough synergy with Zoroark. You know, if anything, I'd rather have the baby Dudunsparce. And Pidgeot has free retreat. Zach, have I seen the Mega Frostlass, Greninja deck? Like the Grand Tree deck? Are you talking about the post-rotation one, or the one that's, you know, doing a couple things right now? Or are you talking about the Mega Greninja post-rotation with the Mega Greninja coming out? You gotta help me out here. Uh-oh, not that one. Because the, yeah, you're gonna miss, I'm not gonna miss Pidgeot. I'm not gonna miss Pidgeot at all, because this is the post-rotation tier list. Diplin, you know, Venusaur has gone up because Grimmsnarl's play has gone up. You're probably wondering, why are you playing, you know, why is Mega Venusaur doing so well? Well, it's because the Starmie version of the deck, the Starmie version of Frostlass, has just disappeared off the top 10 list, and Grimmsnarl's gotten good again. So if Grimmsnarl gets good again, and that's weak to grass, then Mega Venusaur gets better. So it's constantly going to be changing. And what do the Mega Diancie builds look like? I think it's a Terra Box deck. So I think it's Diancie with Lily's Clefairy, Teal Mask Ogerpon. So it's more or less just a... Okay. Yeah, it's literally Dragapult is more than a quarter of the meta post-rotation. Remember, Japan is IRL only. This game does not exist in Japan, which is why they're so happy they're retreating. So people are playing a deck they already own, and it's also really good. So part of the reason why there's no shakeup in the meta from any of the Perfect Order decks is because people already... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this ain't going. No, this ain't going in the YouTube video. All right, so let's get rid of that and that. Oh, some of the new cards are less than mid. The new cards aren't mid. They're whatever the step down from mid is. And Mega Frostlass with Greninja. Yeah, and there's... Wait, which Greninja is it? Oh, yeah, it's the Shinobi Blade. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. The Greninja's doing... You know, it always pops up once in a while on Limitless, and when I face it on PDCGL, they always have Grand Tree, so it seems good. But any deck that has to rely on your ace spec, I refuse to play because I will always prize it. So Zach, I appreciate it, but I can't do it. I can't. Zach, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it, Zach. Oh, no Grand Tree? It's unfair stamp? Okay. We'll see. We'll see then. Well, you know, again, I have to look at decks that are new. The problem with playing that now is that there's nothing rotating, right? The deck is going to be there post-rotation. I have to focus on Ascended Heroes decks right now, and then in early March or, you know, late February, early March, then I have to do the decks that are rotating. So it's a really weird area we're in right now. It's like when you're getting too close to someone's butt, it's like we're just in a really weird position. Okay. I think I win the prize trade though, right? When we spread in Hippo, don't worry, I won't masterfully bait you much longer. All right, so I want to stop playing with my ball. Oh, we prized the Ursa. Oh no, we got rid of the Ursaluna early. Okay, so we have 8. We have like 15 outs to win this game. Or we have 15 outs to take a knockout here. There's 3 cards. More than half of our deck is a way to take a knockout. And we almost didn't get it. So we'll get that guy, and then we'll go I&O. So, I mean, they're fully set up. They're going to be drawing with Fez. They have, you know, the Zoroark set up. That's good. And, yeah, well, Lavincia... I mean, I think we go Mist Energy on the benched one. And then accelerate 1 to the active. I think we accelerate 1 because we have 3 Kamala. No, because what if they go for like my Fez or something? You know, I haven't used a single ignition energy. We have to take this knockout. So I think it just makes sense to just give ourselves the best chance. Oh my god, PDCGL. This is like the 5th time we've gone 1 heads and then X whatever tails. And Zach, so what I have on Limitless is I have a list of, you know, all the Ascended Heroes cards and, you know, deck ideas to try. And Canary's on the list, same with Light Ball. So yeah, I'll definitely look at Canary. It's just I want to try to, you know, focus on the cool stuff. And Dudunsparce is cool. You know, I'm going to do a Azumarill next week. I'm going to try one of the Erica's decks and see how that goes. So I think Azumarill is Monday, and then I think Tuesday is is it Hawlucha? I can't remember. I'm doing some Monday is probably Azumarill. Stop asking. It's not rotating. Yeah, we got Electros as well. Super Smash Kart. It loses Iron Hands. So I think the easiest way to tell you is how is it doing post-rotation? Well, it's not there anymore. Yeah, but Belly Bolt is old. You know, you want your new young girlfriend. You want to show off your new young girlfriend, not your old busted girlfriend. Okay, so yeah, there's no Jolted box. It still exists, but there's no Iron Hands. There's no Miraidon, so it's kind of in a tough spot. But yes, blue. Lavincia is just there for the lightning energy. Hops Trevenant completely survives rotation. You just have to get a little creative with your deck building. I think you take out the Arven and the Ino, and you add in probably Mortys and Iris, and then like 2 Judge. Hey, yeah, I don't mind getting mauled by a cougar. And Jose, hey, Mewtwo had a moment in Japan where people were playing like mega decks and that could do 280 and it could take knockouts, but then people realized that, yeah, Mewtwo's too much work and it has too many holes and you don't want to penetrate those holes. But I was looking at Larry's Staraptor. Oh, okay, hang on. Things are happening. I was looking at Larry's Staraptor, and it does 160 damage if it's poisoned. Actually, I'll put it on screen. You know, I have the technology. I'm that smart of a person. I have the technology to do this. So Larry Staraptor, it does 160 damage if it's burned for 1 energy on a stage 2. Hop's Trevenant does 220 for 0 energy on a stage 1. Never Let Me Down. Hey, that's my boomer brain. I blame my boomerness on that. So the Staraptor is literally just a worse Trevenant that takes energy. You have to play Brute Bonnet, and it's just bad. Feathery Strike is the attack that I would focus on, because then you just have to play... you don't really have to do much. You just play De-Evolution. You just play a De-Evolution deck. And Leah, exactly, yeah. So obviously we're attacking this turn with the Dudunsparce. We haven't attacked this turn. There we go. We got the ignition, baby. Okay. I mean, theoretically, I could just bring up the Charmander, right? I could just Charmander and save everything. Because we only need to flip 1 heads. I knock out the Charmander, then that leaves the Zard. The problem with that strategy is that things could go very wrong and we might run out of the Dunsparce. But you know what? You know, Risky was my name in college. Let's oh, I didn't mean to. All right, well, we're knocking out the Megazard. I hate click to place for this because I keep forgetting. So it's that strategy's gone. That strategy is out the window. My strategy of going for the Charmander, completely out the window. Because I accidentally put in ignition energy. All right, so we didn't get the thing. The Lavincia is fine. We have the Night Stretcher. All right, we have to take the knockout this turn or else we lose the game. We only need to flip 3. No, we need to flip 4 heads. We have to flip 4 heads here. So we need still less than 50%. We just need 4 heads. Just need 4 heads. Just 4. Just 4. Just thank you. We went 4 and perfect. 4 and 5. There we go. We needed 4 heads because it was damaged already. If it wasn't damaged, we needed 5, but it had the 70. That's why the fan rotom was so important. And there goes the ignition. But as long as they don't Ino me, we're fine. They currently don't have an attacker, by the way. They have to get a Megazard set up, but they're going to draw, what, 8 cards minimum? So they're going to draw pretty much their entire deck. But 2 Megazard are in the discard pile. 2 Rare Candy are gone. But I think they're drawing their entire deck. But I have the bosses and I have the Lavincia. So they played Lilies. As long as Unfair Stamp isn't their ace spec. Have we seen their ace spec? No. I mean, they got 4 Cyrano. Yeah, just 1 copy of Fan Rotom. You don't even need to attack with it for it to do something. It just grabs 3 Kamala, so you don't need to play Precious Trolley. It's just really good. And Butthole Rising, Zacian is the problem. Zacian makes it seem like it's good because it has a really good second attack. But no, Hop's Trevenant is great. It has just enough hit points to not be weak. It can do 220 for free. It can knock out Dragapult and Lucario very easily. And it doesn't take a lot of pieces, right? Like, you don't have to put Snorlax into play for Trevenant to still be really good, because it is kind of a liability, and once we lose Jet Energy, it becomes more of a liability. Did they just evolve into a Charmeleon? Did they whiff? Because remember, it's a global, the Pheasantipity is a global status condition. They just whiffed. Okay, well, let's Levincia and let's go for it. How many? We should have 2 ignitions. Yeah, I'm going for it. I don't care. I'm going for it. We are just completely going for it here. So we have 2 ignitions. I think I'm just going to Carmine. And then, yeah, we'll attach 1. I'm going to Carmine. And then I don't even care. We had the bosses. Doesn't matter. Oh my god, how did we get nothing? Okay, well, we still have 2 ignitions. We still have 2 ignitions in the deck. And what? We only need 4 heads on this. How did we not get anything? How did we get 0? All right, well, we need 4 heads. And we got it. You know, if they'd played a little bit faster, they would have been featured in a YouTube video, but they took 12 minutes to lose. Yeah, the Phantump is also just really good, too. Like, the Phantump, even if you don't have anything other than a Hop's Choice Band, it's still knocking you out a Badoo for free. So let's, I mean, Levincia's treated us well so far. Let's do one last game with Levincia, and then we'll move on to the Meganium build, which I think needs a little bit of tinkering. All right, remember, if you want to go first, you flip heads. If you want to go second, you choose tails. That's how this works. That is the life hack for Pokemon TCG Live. It's flip the coin with that corresponds to the turn you want to take. Well, we had this exact same starting hand not too long ago, but I can thin out the deck and then lose. So we have, I believe we have 14 supporters and 12 energy. So we have 14 supporters and 12 energy, and we didn't get any of them. Literally 14 supporters and 12 energy, and we're not getting anything. Just like to reiterate that. 14 supporters, 12 energy. 14 supporters, 12 energy. Is this better than Mega Dragonite? Damn straight. All right, I am willing to try and bait out an Ino. That's not an Ino. Okay, so what is the strat going to be? Because now they're going to get the trolley, turbo energized thing. Yeah, pretty much anything's better than Dragonite. I'd say that Dragonite is better than Scrafty, because Dragonite can one-shot Scrafty. But I could go on a rant, because that is by far my most disliked VOD, because people think that Dragonite is better than it isn't. But the really cool thing is, remember when I said that Mewtwo was bad? Remember when Destined Rivals came out last year, I said that Mewtwo, Team Rocket's Mewtwo is bad, and then that was my most disliked video, and then how has that gone, by the way? How has, oh, I'm sorry, how many regionals has Mewtwo won? Oh, 0? Oh, I'm sorry. Incineroar, oh god, Emboar is terrible. I tried testing that, and it was rough. Emboar is not good. You know, for the win, paired it with Black Belt's training. That is so sad that you have to play it with Black Belt's training to one-shot a Mega Lucario, and you still have to put 3 energy, and you still damage yourself. Jose, then it would just be Mega Magnetric. Jose, yes. Would Dragonite be better if it only asked for lightning energy? Yes, because then it would be Mega Magnetric. Emboar, Audino, Halucha, and Colt. Oh, no, people hate it when I say Venusaur isn't good either. They'll be happy to know that Venusaur does get better post-rotation. Oh, that's not it. Venusaur does get better post-rotation. But let me check. What Megas haven't I played? I haven't played Hawlucha, Electros, Audino, or Charizard. So there's 4. Yeah, I'm just looking at my list that I have. I have some really fun ideas for decks that probably aren't going to work, but they are fun. But yeah, I think Azumarill Monday, probably Hawlucha or Audino Tuesday. I mean, I'm not upset about the Lily's Determination top deck, but because we're facing the stupid Absol, we do have to be a little careful here. And the question is, do I attach the Power Glass? I mean, we don't really need it here, but I mean, I may as well in case things go a little wonky. Well, things went really wonky. We got nothing. So there's no point. Oh, geez. I mean, I can hit into the Monkey Dory, but we kind of need to go fast here. So it's like I need to bosses the... Yeah, I guess we just draw. I guess we just draw here. No, I think because we need to knock out the Absol next turn. Right? I want to at least try to knock out the Absol next turn. We know the Kamala are not long for this world. But I really thought we were going to draw some energy. You know, that was my bad there. We didn't draw any energy. But the issue is that if they just go double Frostlass here, we lose so much faster. There's a Mega Frost. That's okay. I will take a Mega Frostlass just as long as the last card's not a supporter. As long as that last card in your damn hand's not a supporter, I am A-okay. And this also means they don't have a great deck here. We should be able to beat them off, right? They got rid of a Frostlass. They've stuck their fingers in their box. They're going to go get a Maractus. Luckily, I have a switch. Oh my god. I have... Okay, yes, obviously I have Audino Kangaskhan because that's what a sane person would do. But I have the worst list you could possibly imagine. You have no idea how bad the lists are. Okay, they're letting me win this game apparently. That's good. And we didn't wake up. Great. Well, hey, it's my fault. I was the one who told everyone to play it. Okay, so here we go. Let's go Levincia down. I think... Actually, is this a situation where I switch into the Fan Rotom and hit into their Monkey Dory? I think it actually might be, because the Fan Rotom's going to die very, very quickly here. We don't need to do anything else. So yeah, we're just going to let this guy get knocked out, essentially. That would be great if we had a playable hand. All right, so yeah, I may as well get some value out of the Fan Rotom before it gets knocked out. Audino Armarouge. I mean, a single prize version. I'll write that down. So Mega Audino plus Baby Armarouge single prize deck. But the problem with that is that it has a lot of setup. And I want to play decks that require as little thinking as possible. Okay, that's fine. We might be okay, because they have to attach an energy to the Monkey Dory to make it survive. But even if they attach an energy to the Monkey Dory, that, like, they have to retreat. They can only heal 3. And Leah, you've ran it. Yeah, I told you, I have the worst ideas. It's going to be great. So they're going to Adrenabrain probably to the Fan Rotom. And if they take a knockout, that's actually really good for us. The question is what do I do? Right, because the odds of us getting 4 or 5 energy off of an Ino or a Carmine do seem quite low, and they're going for a Komala. Okay. But they do only have the one for... Oh, this is great. Okay, we got to go for it. We got to go for the KO here. Audino Mega Obama Snow? You don't need... There's a Jinx that does that. There's a Jinx that does the thing. Okay. I think we go for the Absol? Ah, man. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so we attach the ignition. We're just gonna go for it here. We don't put the Kamala Harris down. I mean, we have the mist energy. I may as well attach it while it's here. But I mean, actually, it does make more sense to go for the Frostlass. Because 4 heads is 320. I would need 5 to knock out Absol. I just need 4 here. What the crap? Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We have an energy we can get back. I have to go get rid of you and get rid of you because we're about to lose everybody. And then we have to go get the Pheasantipity. Oh my god. Then we just have to go get the Pheasantipity. Great. Fan-flippin-tastic. We just have to go get the Pheasantipity, everybody. That's all we have to do is just get the Pheasantipity. And then we win the game. All right, we have to go 4-1. We gotta go 4 out of 5. And we went 2 and 3. Well, that did not go well. So now we're exactly 50-50 on coin flips. Remember that I play, I think, 12 energy. I know the one on the Kamala cuts it out, but yeah. And isn't Audino just worse turbo energized? Yeah, I've been saying this, but I have to play a deck with Audino. That's the thing. I've been saying that since day one, is that, yes, Audino is just a 3-prize turbo energize. Fun fact, I limited my hand there. That's a pro move by a pro player. Uh-oh. Never mind. Never mind. I take it back. So they just kind of win the game, by the way. I just want to point that one out. They just kind of win the game. They just kind of win the game now. So we lose this one because we prized the stupid Pheasantipity and then we INO'd them into an INO. That's why we lost. We prized the Fez and then we INO'd them into an INO. You know, as soon as Sunny shows up, everything starts going wrong. Yeah, like, Ryuichi, you've been watching all of my videos. I've been saying for the past 3 months, Mega Audino is literally just... Okay, there was no point in doing that. Mega Audino is just a worse turbo energize. I've been saying it for the last 6 years. Mega Audino is just a worse turbo energize. And, like, it's a 3-prize... Like, half the time, it's a 3-prize or worse turbo energize. All right, so we let the one with the air balloon get knocked out. Oh, man, this is a rough one. Why did I promote the Kamala? I have no idea. I have zero clue why I did that, but I did it all the same. Okay, so we need to go Hero's Cape on this guy, Defiance Band on this guy, Nest Ball the Dudunsparce, because we need to get some things out of the deck. All right. Oh, I forgot about Risky Ruins. That's my bad. Okay, and then we have to essentially go INO and pray that we get a couple ignitions, because I don't trust that one lightning. I do not trust that one lightning, and I was right to not trust the one lightning. Okay, so we have one in there. We get rid of the Carmine. So I should have attached that lightning, because we're gonna... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because I'm not putting this Kamala down. And then we go... Oh, we gotta flip 3 heads here. We gotta flip 3 heads, everybody. No, not even then. We gotta flip 3 heads or it's GG. And we got 2. All right, well, I mean... Oh, wait! Oh, it's a knockout! Oh, I can't even do math! It's all... See, I tell you this all the time. It's great when you can't do math, because you're always surprised by what's happening. So, because I forgot about Risky Ruins, we do lose if they just have a Darkness Energy. But if I can... If they decide to knock out the Kamala with the air balloon this turn, that activates Pheasantipity, and... Oh, they got it. And... Oh, no, we still survive. We still survive this turn. I just have to get the bosses. So they will take a knockout on the Kamala. That will activate Pheasantipity. We survive this turn. Then all I have to do is get a Gust card on the Mega Absol and we win. And I am the #1 Larry's Dudunsparce player in the world. And obviously I would use Carmine over anything. We have Lavincia, so we don't want to play with our Rod. Unless I want to put a Kamala in the deck. That would be the only thing, is if I want to put a Kamala in the deck. But I think finding a Gust card is more important. And we should have a counter catcher because I haven't used it. I haven't used the bosses or a counter catcher yet. They didn't go for the Larry's Dudunsparce. So I think that means we're surviving another turn. Okay, so I can potentially not do anything next turn and be okay. The question is, do I knock out the Maractus? Because they can move 60, 80. Yeah, oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, crap. That's actually really bad. That's actually really, really bad. Okay, so we'll put the Kamala down. And then we will Lavincia. Get that back. And yeah, I think I just have to go for it here. Because I'm using Carmine. Unless I really want to go Ino and be like, yeah, I'm going to get counter catcher. But I think we go flip the script, because if we get counter catcher, we're fine. If we get bosses, oh crap. Well, I don't trust the counter catcher, so we're going to, I think we're going to Ino here and see what happens. Because we should be able to survive a turn. What, did I forget to put cards in the deck or something? Is that something I forgot to do? I forgot to put cards in the deck? Okay, well, we're flipping 8 coins. We only need 1 heads. Okay, well, we only needed 1. I'll take 5 and 3. So that's 37 and 34. I know Exploding Needles puts me in range of, certain things, but if they have an Ursaluna, they win anyway. But how did we not find a single Gust card? That's kind of crazy that I don't have a single Gust card anywhere. So they can almost set up the Kamala for a knockout. I would have to win the game next turn. But that's not going to happen because I can't. So I literally have to win the game next turn. I just assumed we would get, a playable card. And I played this perfectly. I caped the Kamala. I loaded up the Dudunsparce. I thinned the deck. And Hunter, yeah, unfortunately, they made Mega Audino really bad. Let me show you. Like, if the second attack was anything... Oh, again, not that. Bad pilot, bad pilot. So Mega Audino, yeah, it's 20 plus 80. So you can't even knock... This can't even knock out a Badoo. That's how sad Mega Audino is. It's a 3-prizer that can't even knock out a Badoo. You understand how pathetic that is? And they're going to item lock me, so I have to top deck bosses now. So if I don't top deck bosses, we lose the game. If I top deck counter catcher, we lose the game. I have to top deck one of my 2 bosses. We're going to get, I guarantee you we're going to get the counter catcher now, and then they're going to win because I know them into a Badoo. See, I told you, we would have won the game, but I know them into the one card that would save them in this situation. And we lose because PDCGL hates me, is essentially what it boils down to. All right, 5 and 4. We'll go 42. Oh, 42 and 38. So we'll double check. I'll double check to see, do I have 2 bosses in the deck? Because it might have been that I cut down to 1 for whatever reason. But let's just see, for posterior's sake, Let's see. Did Trust Your Pilot have 3 dust cards in the deck and never saw anything except a counter catcher when he was under item lock? Yep, 2 bosses. Where's the counter catcher? Wait, where is... Oh, there it is. 2 bosses, 1 counter catcher. So we never saw a bosses or a counter catcher until the turn where we were item locked, and guess which one it was. Okay, so we'll go Meganium. If you want to see the list, here it is. Oh, wait, I can't embiggen it. Let me get rid of the Audino. So, again, this is another situation where I think Carmine might be a good idea, but I took out Ignition entirely, and we just have Grass Energy. I could be convinced to cut the Air Balloon and go for Jet Energy or something, but, like, you think this would work. It doesn't, but you think it would, because you believe in PDCGL more than I do. All right, Gentle Vinny. All I need to do is beat off 1 person in the next hour, and we're on pace to get a YouTube video. That's it, and I think the Meganium build is going to be the best one. And nobody bet on 50-50. Not a single person bet that we would finish the stream at 50-50 coin flips. I thought someone would bet like 1 channel point. I'm disappointed in all of you. And this is... Oh, Trust Your Pilot must be playing a grass deck. Yep, this is how you can tell Trust Your Pilot's playing a grass deck. He has so many basics and doesn't find a single one. Oh my god. And we mulligan twice. But we start the fan rotom, which is always good. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is so boring. That's a deluxe bomb. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so they might only have the 1 Crustal. If this is just like a regular grass deck, they might only have the 1 Crustal. Okay, so them going first might actually cost them, because I can just knock out the Dwebble. It'll cost me my fan rotom, but that's a trade I'll make when the alternative is I can't win. The bad news is that we're facing a Crustal deck. The good news is that I can knock out the Dwebble. The bad news is that the Dwebble will knock out my fan rotom. So let's just... actually, I guess we get all these ones. So let's go Dudunsparce, Kamala, Hoffin. Yep, of course we prized the Chikorita, but that's okay. And we will go get the Chikorita. Because I have to get Energy Stadium, I'm going to waste the Pokepack. Because if I don't knock out this Dwebble, they just wall me with the thing. And then, of course, I play 3. Of course. Why wouldn't 3 be enough? Why wouldn't 3 Forest of Vitality be enough? That's just crazy. 3 Forest of Vitality Pilot, that's not nearly enough. And then now I think I have to... Oh my god. Okay, we're having a great time, by the way. We're having so much fun today. I literally have played 3 games with this version of the deck so far. 0 times I have seen a Forest of Vitality. Okay, okay, PDCGL, you're funny. You're real funny, PDCGL. You're hilarious, okay? You're the funniest person in the world. You're a real jokester. You know, you should open a comedy club because you're just a real joke. You know, you should get a Netflix special. You're so big of a joke. Oh man. All right, let's talk about something else. The other big news is that TCG Pocket is dropping players like their pants and near me. So DNA, who is, you know, one of like the 3 people behind TCG Pocket. It's creatures, the Pokemon Company, DNA. The people who've been in the game the longest are the ones that are dropping the game. No, I put 10 draw supporters and we can't find a single one. So they're getting new players really easily, but it's the people who've been, oh, okay, they did nothing. That's cool. So the good news is that my opponent did nothing turn 1. The bad news is that I'm doing nothing turn 1. And also, I only have 9 draw supporters in the deck and 3 Forest of Vitality, and we could have easily knocked out this Charmander if we find, you know, any one of those 12 cards. But that's too much work. PDCGL can't handle that. The good news is we have Komala. Komala is great. So let's go accelerate. Actually, we can accelerate 2 to the active. So the Dudunsparce gets 2. This is another reason why I like this deck, is because you can just... The Dudunsparce has free retreat. The Fan Rotom can knock out a 70 hit point... Oh my god. The Fan Rotom can knock out a 70 hit point basic if you find a stadium, but that's literally impossible. And then you have all the things. So here's what it was. I'll put it down here because you don't really need to see my hand. Oh, geez. Yeah, you don't really need to see my hand right now. So in the Q3 earnings report, DNA has admitted that veteran players are dropping the game. And I'll be completely honest. Oh, my God. I'll be completely honest. If it wasn't for the fact that I feel like somehow, someday, I'm going to, you know, make videos on TCG Pocket, I would have dropped it a long time ago. All I do is just open my 2 packs. They made single price. Oh, God. Who are they going for now? They're going for Chikorita? I'm trying to give expert commentary and... Oh, God. Bad things are happening. Bad touch. Bad touch. Okay. So... They just went for Prime Catcher with a Farfetch'd in play. All right, there's a Dunsparce that we don't care about. I think in this situation, we just keep loading up. You know, this is a Meganium deck that doesn't play Meganium, apparently. So we're just going to keep loading up this Dunsparce. And I can now evolve into Dudunsparce because they can't knock me out because they're playing this Zard. Oh my god, can we find anything playable? So, yeah, sorry. To get back to this, before my opponent rudely interrupted us, is that existing users have declined. That essentially means the people who started the game have dropped the game because there's not a whole lot to do inside the game. Right? They still haven't iterated on battles. They added ranked after like 6 months or whatever. That's it. They haven't introduced a format where it's like 30 cards and 4 prize points. They haven't done anything to change the core of the game, which was really boring. The UI is really bad. So if it wasn't for the fact that I feel like, oh, someday I'm going to make Pocket videos, I would have dropped it a long time ago because it is rough. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go get Pheasantipity. We're going to have our Pheasantipity get knocked out next. Again, we prize the Fez. The Fez is prized again. Again, the Pheasantipity is prized. You're testing my patience here, PDCGL. All right, so we only need to flip 5 heads if we do this, so I have to go into Komala. This is not a question. I have to go into Komala because I don't believe that we can flip 5 heads. All right, so we have seen half of our deck. Will we find a supporter? We found our first supporter. Everybody, we're saved. We have found our first supporter. And yeah, TCG Pocket, you only open 2 packs. It's 5 cards. I've gone, you know, like an entire week without getting a hit. Wonder picking. I hated how they changed the animation to... Okay, that's fine. Oh, they think they're so suave and slick. They think they're so smooth. And then, of course, we get a Lily's right after. All right, so let's go for the Chikorita. Because we can very easily take this knockout. The problem is that if they just find a playable card, we're screwed. I have never found a Forest of Vitality in this deck, and I don't know why it is never showing up. All right, so let's go get Meganium. Okay, don't worry. This was all just PDCGL's way of saying, don't worry, pilot, I got your back, bro. Don't worry, bro, I got you, bro. And I'm like, thanks, bro. So we need to flip 5 heads. it happened again. This is the exact same scenario that happened. This is the exact same scenario that happened in the short that I posted. Is we needed all the heads to knock it out, and then we got all tails. That is the exact same scenario. It happened again where we needed to knock out a Zard. We didn't even need to flip all heads, and then we went 0 for 6. It's literally the exact same thing that happened. PDCGL is a joke. All right, well, we have to INO them. That is for sure. I don't know why I bothered doing any of this. All right, so Dudunsparce, and then Forest of Vitality. We're gonna... Is there anything I want to put back in the deck that I can get? We don't need the Dunsparce, really. I mean, I guess I could put a Dunsparce down because, as you recall, we prized the Pheasantipity, so I don't need the bench space for the Pheasantipity. All right. Oh, that's what it was. It was Baby Scrafty. And because unfortunately, I don't play Ignition Energy, because you're just supposed to, you know, have the Meganium in play. I need Bayleaf and Meganium off of this, and then 2 energy. Wow, we actually got it. Is this going to be the comeback of all time right now? Is this a comeback of all time? We're only flipping 6 coins, and we still need 5. So if we go 0 for 6 again, PDCGL is absolutely my nemesis. Okay, we're flipping 6 coins again. Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, but we don't take the knockout because that's only 240. But that was way closer than it should have been. Like, I built the deck exactly as it should be built. It's just that PDCGL decided it hates my face. Right? You know, you have 3 Forest of Vitality. If you can't find them, what are you supposed to do? And there's an Ultra Ball that doesn't matter, but I guess I can go get it at Dunsparce. And if we find a supporter, we might have a chance. Because literally, I think I have 9 supporters in the deck. No, sorry, I only have 7 supporters in the deck. Oh my god, that was so close. I have 7 supporters in the deck, so basically half of my deck is supporters. And that was 2 and 4, right? So that was 47 and 51. That was 2 heads, 4 tails, right? Okay. What I have to do is I have to hard retreat. Oh, what the hell? Okay, they're drawing cards. Can I get an INO or something, please, to send them down to 2? Thank you. Thank you, buddy. All right. Oh, I only need to get rid of 2. I mean, I guess I probably get rid of 3, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll go attach, and then INO. Just need 1 energy and then 2 heads. just need 1 energy. Just needed 1 energy. I think we only have 1 left in deck, but I should have like a superior or something. So yeah, we are running low on energy. I will admit that. We're running quite low on energy. And we INO'd a 40 card deck into a research. Cool. But if they got nothing, we can INO them. And Leah, yeah, Mega Audino is half of the time it is... Sorry, yeah, a quarter of the time Mega Audino does nothing. And then let me put it on screen. Just the things I could tell you about how bad this card is from a coin flip perspective is a quarter of the time it gets you 0 energy and gives out 3 prizes. Half of the time it's a 3 prize Turbo Energize. And then half of the other time it's better than Turbo Energize, but it still gives up 3 prizes. That's the thing. Okay, so obviously I'm going to INO them again. This has been a grind. Okay, we just got to INO them one more time. Can I get Superior or something? That would be a no. I think we might be out of energy. I have a hunch that there is no more energy in the deck. Because we probably prized our 11th energy. We probably prized... I know we prized our Fez. We probably prized the Superior. We probably prized our 11th energy. You know, you don't expect to be in this type of situation. And there's an INO. Oh my... Oh, no, we didn't prize this. It was literally the last card in the deck. So crazy. It was literally the last card in the deck. The last two cards in my deck were Superior. There's no freaking way. There is no way. You cannot keep doing this to me, PTCG. Okay, so we're going to bring up the stupid Charmeleon because I hate its face. And then we're going to have to Superior away the grass because I want to put an INO back in the deck because we kind of have to. All right, then INO. Oh, no, INO, because we need to keep them just as low of a hand as possible. Okay, we do have to flip two heads. This is going to be rough here. We just have to flip two heads and we can win the game. It is everything we've been waiting for. We're flipping 8 coins. We got this. I already got the coin flip counter prepared. We just need 2 heads. Just need 2 heads. Just need 2. Okay, okay. Don't scare me like that. So there's an air balloon. We can do this, everybody. You know, PDCGL is it's just yanking our chain here. I can't tell if you're being serious or not, Incineroaring, but anytime I experience mental anguish, you seem to enjoy it. Yeah, I'm worried, you know, we might need to have paramedics on standby for Trust Your Pilot. Hey, there's a counter catcher. So who do we go for? I guess I go for the Charmander with the energy because they might not have it like that. Oh wait, does the Heatmore take a knockout? Wait, the Heatmore might take a knockout. So I actually have to go for the Heatmore because it does 30 times the amount of energy attached to me and I have 8. So I think the Heatmore actually knocks me out. So we can't attach any more energy because I'm pretty sure the Heatmore would one-shot me if I attach any more energy. All right, there we go. 2 and 6. 52 and 62. This, weren't we ahead on heads when this game started? So I never thought we'd be in a situation where the Heatmore would screw me over. But I guess this is what people are playing in Chi Lu. I was trying to make a in lieu of. I guess you're playing this instead of Chi Yu, because if you face any grass deck and they have Meganium in play, this is a million times better than Chi Yu. Because if they put 3 energy on a Teal Masked Ogerpon, that's 6. So you're doing 210 before weakness. And there's a research. Okay, so I don't think it matters. I think we just go attach. And yeah, we'll put that there. I should have put that on the Dudunsparce. Doesn't really matter though. And then isn't this the Hero's Cape build? Don't I have a Hero's Cape in here? Oh my god, look at all those supporters. Four and 6. All right, doesn't really matter. So we're 50, 56, and 68. Hopefully we get to 69. Okay, so this is explaining some things, but I'm pretty sure I put a Hero's Cape in the list. I mean, whatever my ace spec is, we don't have it. Whatever ace spec I put in the deck, we ain't got it. All right, so all they need is just, yeah, the Pidgeot, which they finally got, and then the Zard. Maybe they're out of energy. Oh, they got Rare Candy Zard. Maybe they're out of energy. Maybe they don't have any more. Maybe because they have, you know, Farfetch'd and Rellor. Maybe they don't have any more energy. Okay, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? All right, well, let's find out. Did Trust Your Pilot put Hero's Cape in the list? If I did, it was our last prize card. If Hero's Cape is in the list, it was literally our last prize card, and we would have won the game if we didn't prize it. Oh, I forgot to put an ace spec in. Oh, nope. No, it's something much, much worse. I took it out at some point, and I took whatever ace spec I originally had, and oopsie. Oopsie, that's my bad. All right, so yeah, that's don't worry about it. Don't worry. I originally had it, and then I made an oopsie. So we are facing, yeah, so just that's what happens when I make so many changes to decks. Sometimes like, oh, I originally had Secret Box, then I took out Secret Box to make room for another counter catcher. I'm like, oh, I have space for one more card, and then I forget that I took out the ace back. All right, we're gonna go second, even though we should probably go first. And Incineroar, you seem like you've been here for a long time. Ooh, this is a great start. Except for, you know, everything. Okay, Zoroark Lopunny. We can win this one. We can very easily win this matchup. And we also have the stadium, which is random. Oh, I can be sneaky. I can be a sneaky snake here. Well, Trust Your Pilot's regretting putting 3 Poffin in here, but I wanted to make sure we got, you know, a Chikorita and a Fanrotom. But now that I'm looking at it, 3 Poffin seems a bit excessive when you start 3 Poffin. Would you believe me when I say this is the first time I've ever had a Forest of Vitality in my starting hand with this deck? All right, we go... Yeah, we get 1 Dunsparce, 2 Komala, because then I think we actually just burn all the Poffins. So we just go 0, 0. We just burn all... We don't want them. We get all the Poffins out of here. Because if I get an energy, we're taking a knockout, and that's all we need. And fun fact... I can use a Meganium to knock out a Zoroark. And I think we attach to the Komala, and all I need, I have 11 energy in deck. There is 11 energy in deck. We get 1, we win the game. It's that simple. There's 11 energy in the deck. There's 11 energy. There is, we knock out the Toedscool, then we don't have to worry about our superior energy retrieval being blocked. I thinned out my deck as much as possible. Actually, I guess I could have gone for 1 more Komala, and then they just bumped the Forest of Vitality. The first time we ever get our Forest of Vitality turn 1 with a Fanrotom in the active, and we don't get a single one of our 11 energy. But we do get our last Komala. So what I should have done that turn, because if we top deck a Grass Energy, then obviously it's my fault, and I deserve all the blame. I should have Fanrotomed for 3 Komala, and then Poffin for 2 Dunsparce and a Chikorita. Okay, hopefully they can't attack this turn. That's the hope. So I could have thinned out this 3rd Komala. So if we top decked a Grass Energy, I only have myself to blame for, you know, not believing that, you know, 11 energy in a deck is enough. Oh my god, they have the Watchtower too. Okay, this is fine. Oh, they got the PP up too. Yeah, that's, you better not have a Zoroark in there. Past the, oh my god, they haven't even supported this turn. And Meowmix, exactly. Okay, please, you whiffed a Zoroark. I whiffed Zoroark every single day with this Anthean Concordia deck. Check out the VODs channel. Did they actually whiff a Zoroark? Oh my god, they actually whiffed a Zoroark. Who are they? Are they me? Are you me? Are they Nega Trust Your Pilot? All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, it actually was. So it's all my fault. There's no one to blame but me. I think what I do is, yeah, I think we do that and get rid of Dunsparce, Ultra Ball, and then Bayleaf. We don't get the Dudunsparce. And then if we get a Forest of Vitality, we can't play it. Okay, that is very important. We get a Forest of Vitality, we cannot play it. And doesn't Lugia only get colorless? So you'd have to use, like, something. You'd have to use something else, like the Tatsugiri EX. Oh, wait, we don't have Real Expanded here, because you could do that item card that we're getting that's a Waitress, because we're getting Waitress in the next set, which is look at the top 6 cards of your deck, attach an energy you find there, basic energy you find there. We're getting that in perfect order, I think. And it's terrible. Because we used to have an item card that did that, and now we're getting a supporter that does that. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Waitress is out in Ascended Heroes. Yeah, we got Urbane and Waitress. That's how bad Waitress is that I forgot it's even out. Let me get that. What was the item? Yeah, that's how bad Waitress is that I forgot it was already out. And they got the bosses on probably the Bayleaf. Yep. Of course. Of course they got the bosses on that. So we used to have whatever it was, the thing. There was a card in Expanded that did the thing. So let's go Kamala Harris. I need to find a couple things here. So look at the top 6. We used to have an item that did that. Isn't that crazy? We used to have an item that did that. Okay. We're going to attach to you. We win this game if we don't lose. It's that simple. We have another, actually, yeah, I guess we get the Meganium because we might want the Kamala. And then I have to go... Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, I have to just limit my bench here. Because remember, Zoroark can't knock me out. The list that they're playing is not a good list. Compared to Trust Your Pilot's amazing list. They're not playing a good list here. All right, so we go get another Kamala. We just put that into play. And then we go Ass Landing. Yeah, we go Ass Landing. So wait, why didn't I want to put Forest of Vitality? What was the reasoning for not putting Forest of Vitality? I got sidetracked by Waitress. Why didn't I want to put Forest of Vitality down? I said very specifically, do not put Forest of Vitality down. Oh, Watchtower. Thank you. Yes, Watchtower. That's what it was. They have Watchtower. I got sidetracked by Waitress being a terrible card. So, yeah, let me check Limitless, because it's going to bug me. There we see. Frickin' genius. Frickin' genius. Look at the top 6. Uh-oh. Look at the top 6. What card is it? It is... Come on, Limitless. Don't break. Don't break, Limitless. Don't do that to me. It is Max Elixir. So it was in XY Breakpoint. Look, it was an item card. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Attach a basic energy. So it was Waitress, but as an item. Except Waitress can attach to your active. But, I mean, Crispin is just a million times better. That's the thing. Crispin is just literally a million times better than this. Okay, so all we have to do is just knock out 3 Zoroark and we win the game. We have to knock out Zoroark, though. If we fail to knock out a Zoroark, we lose the game. So it's very important that we one-shot a Zoroark. If we leave it with any damage on it, the game is over. Crispin does not rotate. Crispin is here for the long haul. Oh, geez. Okay, so I have to, I think, go get Fezandipity, right? Like, alternatively, I can knock out the Toadscruel. But this really feels like a Fezandipity go get it turn. and then just believe in the heart of the cards. Because I have to knock out the Zoroark. Okay, we're good. Everything's good. Everything is awesome. We have to knock out the Zoroark. Of course, we prize the other Chikorita. That it would have made no sense if we didn't prize the other Chikorita, and if we couldn't get it back. So we need Dudunsparce and like an energy. Okay, and we got many things, but this isn't amazing. So we attach to you. I need to flip. Don't I need to flip 3 heads here? I mean, it feels like it's a heart of the cards moment. Feels like a real heart of the cards moment here. I don't know why I did that. I'm just trying to buy myself. Oh, I'm just trying to break the game apparently. Sorry, I played a new card and I broke the game. That's my fault. So I had to do this. 3 heads? 3 heads? 3 heads? Oh my god, we got it! We got it. We win the game. The game is over. Trust Your Pilot wins the game. Trust Your Pilot is the best Dudunsparce player in the world. I was just trying to buy time because I knew the timer was going to freak out at me. But then I had to attack before thinking because guess what? If the game freezes, it doesn't actually care. Your timer still counts down in the background. So what you might be thinking, oh, well, obviously the timer doesn't, punish you if the game freezes. No, the turn timer that's in the background still counts down if the game freezes. So you have to make a decision. So if the game ever freezes, click on your active and see if you can attack, because you might lose the game if you don't do that. Your turn might just end, because PDC Jail is a very well-made game. The Monkey Dory definitely complicates things. It essentially forces me to evolve this Dunsparce. It also might shorten the game, but I think we're okay. There's an Ino. That is fine. If they're not going to take a knockout this turn, they can't counter catch or they can't bosses. I can bosses. Not that it matters because we have to just focus on Zoroark, so I don't think we're going to be playing bosses the rest of this way. All I need to do is just attach energy. But the stupid Toedscruel. This is probably going to be what costs us the game, which is crazy to say out loud that this is probably going to be the reason we lose the game, and also the prizing of the Chikorita. But we're going to have 2 chances. I think I just have to load up the Dudunsparce in the active with as much energy as possible, and then hope that I can get a Meganium up and running on that last turn, and turn 3 energy into 6. That's about our only hope of winning. This will be in the YouTube video no matter what, because, if I somehow manage to win this, it's because I'm a god. But if I lose this game, it's because PDC Jail hates me. Okay. I mean, I think I use research, right? Because what's the point of bosses? Right? There's no point. Obviously I'd like to keep my lilies, but I don't have a reason for bosses if I'm just taking not. Ooh, hello. Okay. So we have 2 energy in there. I have a Chikorita and a Bayleaf. So let's go Halpad, the research, and I guess the lilies. I want to Super Rod 1-2 Chikorita, even though we're probably going to get the Chikorita off the prizes. And they're going to go 250, so they are going to take the knockout. The question is, how swifty am I feeling here? Because we have 11 total energy. Like, I feel like I just gotta grip it and ship it, right? Because I have to flip, like, the stupid superior. I can get 3 more energy. I lose the game if we don't take this knockout, right? I lose the game if we don't take the knockout. I need 4 heads. So we have to go for it and hope for 4 heads. So I have to attach the energy. Oh, no! Oh, we were so close. So now all they have to do is gust this to Dudunsparce, and that's game. Now all they have to do is gust the Dudunsparce, and they win the game because they have access to powerful rage. So this is why I was saying we can't leave a Zoroark heavily damaged, because then all they have to do is copy powerful rage and they win. But if they don't have a gust card, we might be able to buy ourselves an extra turn. Probably not, but we might. Okay, well, that might do it. Oh, man, now I kind of wish I'd put the fan rotom back in there, because then we could have gusted this and knocked it out and, superiored for a game. And it's also worth... Oh, wait. I have something very funny that could happen. We're out of I&O, though. So they're going to have like a 12-card hand, and I can't do anything about it. And then they can just easily knock out the Pheasantipity. And there's no way they don't find what they need. But the funny thing that I'm going to talk about that you're going to see in a second is it was something I was planning on doing the entire game, but it never happened. Is I could have used a Meganium to one-shot a Zoroark, and that was the game plan, but then, PDCGL decided not to give me one of my 11 energy. Okay, there's a Lilies. All right, then we go Lilies. We do need a grass energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's, I guess we Super Rod 3 energy back in. And we flip the script. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, if they don't have a gust card, we do win the game. Fat chance of that happening, but if they don't have a gust card, we do win. And yeah, there's all those. So we still have the Chikorita prized. Chikorita is still prized. Would have been fine with that. We got one of our 11 energy, would have won there as well. I mean, they should realize all they need is a boss's orders to win. They just knock out the Fez. Obviously, I wouldn't have put the Fez into play if I'd known that it never actually would have done really much of anything, because we never took the knockout we needed. But there's still a chance. YouTube audience, don't look at the timestamp on the video to see what's coming up, but the fact that they benched the Zorua kind of tells me they don't have a gust card. Oh, okay. They're going to Palpad the bosses, then they're going to trade. But because I used my Super Rod prematurely, I think we're going to get punished for that. Because now I definitely can't Meganium. Because, I thought, oh, we're definitely going to find our Chikorita. We had a pretty decent chance. We had a 25% chance, then a 33% chance. Couldn't find it. We have a Forest of Vitality left. I think I can get... Yeah, never play with your rod prematurely. I think I can get 4 energy on the Dudunsparce, which is enough. We just have to go 4-0. Oh my god. We could have won this game. That's the saddest part, is that we could have very easily won this game. All right. I mean, if I had Palpatted an I&O back in, I just didn't think they would whiff it. Why is their judge, my opponent's bending their prize cards? All right. Well, I mean, we're drawing literally our entire deck, so I just want to show you that if we just had a Chikorita in there. All right, well, attach. We have to go 4-0. It doesn't matter. We have to go 4-0. If you're wondering why isn't there 4 Kamala, because you don't need 4 Kamala. 4 Kamala is useless when you have everything you need. Actually, maybe the game goes another turn. Yeah, thanks, PDCGL. All right, well, let's go one more time. Because you're supposed to have a Meganium. That's the card you're supposed to have here is called Meganium, which doubles your energy. Oh, we were 1 away. We were 1. Oh my! Don't give me the first tails. Okay, give me the first tails. I don't remember what we were at. Don't give me the first tails. You know, give me the first tails. Don't give me 3 heads in a row, then a tails. Give me 1 tails, then 3 heads. Oh, that has to be in the YouTube video. YouTube audience, you deserve to experience just how much PDCGL hates me. If we get an energy on that first turn with the Fan Rotom, we win because we have access to superior energy retrieval. If we don't prize the Chikorita, we can force the Vitality and double our energy at the end of the game because I just research and draw my entire deck. And then if just 1 heads out of like 3 different times we win, I'm blaming PDCGL for this one because we all know I'm the best. I'm the best at playing with my rod and pulling my snake. And never gonna let me down. But then I wouldn't have room for Meganium. That's the problem, is you're supposed to have a Meganium. Yeah, I prematurely rotted because I thought things were going to go slightly different. But the thing, you're supposed to have a Meganium. And I didn't use, this is the Meganium build. I didn't use the Meganium once that entire game. This is the Meganium build, didn't use Meganium at all. So it would have been better if I just played 4 Kamala. So it would have been better if I just put 4 Kamala and no Meganium. That would have put room for 7 more cards, and it would have been much better. Clan Burglar, that's actually good. I'm guessing you've been waiting to use that one for years. There you go. Okay, this is a good turn 1 if we're going second. There's no way to tell who's going second, though, with this screen unless you go to the game log, because who would want to know who's going first or second? Ooh, they're going first, because they got the Team Rocket stack. And they just got the Proton. But I mean, they're playing the Honchkrow Porygon deck, so it makes sense. All right, well, if we can get the Fan Rotom and we can knock it out, we'll be fine. Oh, that's a stadium. That's a stadium. Okay, everyone breathe. Everyone take a deep breath. All we need is energy Fan Rotom, and we have a chance of winning the game. Well, we got energy, didn't we? We definitely got energy, but we didn't get the Fan Rotom. Remember last game when I started triple Poffin in my opening hand? And then I said, hey, we don't need Poffin, but I still kept 3 Poffin? Because, you... Okay. All right. I didn't think my brain was going to break today, but if only Lilies drew 9 cards. If only Lilies drew 9 cards, then we would be totally fine. Time to play boxed order, but your turn ends when you play boxed order. That's the problem, is you can't play boxed order. Your turn ends when you play it. And then they got the Giovanni. Okay. That's fun. Interesting. Are they going to... They got Punk Helmet and Torment. That's actually really unfortunate. Because the Dudunsparce isn't very strong. The Dudunsparce is kind of weak. Don't know if you've noticed. The Dudunsparce kind of a weak Pokemon. All right. Well, they'll go Torment. Hope I hit into them. I mean, I am going to hit into them, just not in the way they expect me to. So we have an attack. That's the good news. The bad news is everything else. Okay, so we go... We had the Fan Rotom the entire time, and we also prized a Chikorita again. This is the third game in a row with this deck where we've prized a Chikorita. Explain that one to me, scientists. And also, I haven't found a supporter ever. Okay, so Poffin, we will... yeah, we can't use the Fan Rotom. We need to go and get a Kamala Harris to thin the deck. And yeah, we need to thin that out of the deck. Kamala. I mean, I know I didn't need to do it to make this work, but I just wanted to, you know, have myself set up for next turn, because there's a chance they don't got it. They did have to use Giovanni last turn. We just need one heads. Just need... Oh my god! we just needed one! We just needed one heads! This is just the... How do you not... And they're gonna torment me now! Or, you know, they're just gonna take the knockout. That's also another thing that could happen. And never gonna let me down. Yeah, it's always fun when people laugh at me. All right, so they didn't have it. And Punk Helmet doesn't do it. Okay, there's a Forest of Vitality. I wish I'd gone for the Bayleaf now, because we didn't get anything. Okay, we need two heads now. We need two heads now. And oh my god, we're gonna knock ourselves out now. We're going to knock ourselves out now because we had to 3-shot a Honchkrow. We literally have to 3-shot a Honchkrow. Can you even believe that? We have to 3-shot a freaking Honchkrow. Well, because the glory of Team Rocket in Japan was a full set in Japan of like 100 cards or something crazy, so they had to give it all the supporters. All right, well, we can... Now I wish I'd gone for the Fan Rotom. And Alakazam, I know, right? Have I coin flipped 145 times? Yeah, that tracks. All right, well, Dunsparce, I choose you, buddy. Can I get a playable card? I mean, technically it's a playable card, but it's not one I'm playing. If I had an energy, we could go for the Fan Rotom knockout, but we don't have that. So guess what Trust Your Pilot has to do now? He has to Dozing Draw, which is exactly what he wanted to do. PDCGL read my mind on that Dozing Draw. So we've seen all three of our Buddy Poffin before we have seen any of our other 10 supporters. Again, this game hates me, and it's beyond comical at this point. Oh, geez. Okay, well. I can take the knockout with Fan Rotom. I can take the knockout with Fan Rotom, but if we don't top deck a good card, we can't win. Because just mathematically, they'll have, you know, Porygon. They have enough supporters to win the game. Okay. I have to get... I mean, if I top deck a Dudunsparce, we're technically still in the game. Or a Night Stretcher, because we have a Dudunsparce in the discard pile. Oh man. Okay. We're playing one more with the Meganium build, and then we're switching to one of the other crappy ones that I got. We're gonna be in the 1200s by the end of this stream with this luck. All right, Coast City Hero. You're my next victim. Please play a deck that is weak to colorless Pokemon. And Dionysus? Oh, I have ideas. I have ideas for some wacky decks with Larry's Kamala. You know, it's basically a better Mega Audino. All right, do I want to go first? At this point, sure. At this point, let's go first and see what happens. Well, should have gone second. Literally the perfect going second hand. Okay, well, they're playing a grass deck, so they suck. And actually, if I... No, that we... Yeah, whatever. Playable card. Ooh, we have a guaranteed turn 2 Dunsparce, which is... Oh my god. So the difference between our two decks is that theirs doesn't rely on luck. What is the difference between our two decks? Theirs doesn't rely on luck. Maybe they'll put Forest of Vitality into play for us, and that'll be Super PogChamp. Oh, if they have an energy switch, we do lose the game this turn. Are you kidding me with drawing the fan Rotom right now? You might not know this, YouTube audience, because I didn't show you, but something really fun happened. I chose to go first because my brain was broken. So naturally, we got the perfect going second hand. Naturally, we got the perfect going second hand, but I can take this knockout. We got Forest of Vitality. Oh, we actually don't have a turn. Isn't that cool, everybody? We don't actually have a turn right now. I was contemplating attaching to the fan Rotom in case we have to, you know, in case things go really badly. But I was like, oh, there's no way we don't get a Kamala with this deck. There's no way we don't get a Kamala or something playable. I've been playing this for 2 hours. You can see the heads and tails ratio. And let me tell you, I think I flipped 10 coins against a Badoo and got like 9 heads. But then when I flip coins against anybody else, it's, you know, 0 for 5. I don't know why. Like, literally, it's the definition of insanity. Is I will play coin flip decks, they will punch me in the balls, and then I'll continue to play coin flip decks when a new one comes out, a shiny new Dudunsparce. But the funny thing is, we can very easily win this matchup, because all they're doing is itchy pollinating. As long as they can't gust my Dudunsparce, we'll be okay. Okay, so we go there. I have to put the Forest of Vitality down. We're going to hold off on the Fez, because we want to limit our 2 prizers. And, okay, well, you get a Hero's Cape, because we don't have access to our items. And then I think we just lose. Oh, we got a Kamala. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. They're going to go on prizes as well. So as long as I can loop the Dunsparce, we're going to be okay. All I have to do is flip 3 heads against Ogerpon. This is to prove who's the better Meganium deck. I have the better Meganium deck, obviously. I am the #1 Meganium to Dunsparce player in the freaking world. You can't disprove that. As long as you don't have a counter catcher, I am the BDIF best deck in friendship. I don't know. You know, what am I? If I was a boat captain, what captain would I be of? I'd be captain of the friendship. Because if you subscribe to me, you're my friend. Oh my god. Wait, have I gotten a single Meganium this entire stream? I think I got one at the end. Oh, crap. Actually, no, the Mega Meganium is even better for us. Because now all we have to do is knock out an Ogerpon and a Mega Meganium. Oh, they did have the energy switch. At the beginning of the game, I was like, I had the lone Dunsparce, and I said, if they have an energy switch Teal Mask Ogerpon, we lose. All right, well, we are in the game. Call me EA Sports because we're in the game. They clearly aren't because they're having an arduous decision. You know, which one do I go for? Which prize card? It's really tough to decide which one prize card. They finally took it. Okay, let's just go for it. We know we have an attack this turn. Oh man. Oh my god. We always find our 3 Poffins. I do not understand it. We always find our 3 Poffin. It is the weirdest thing. Okay, we attach Kamala. I have to leave the bench space open for either a Kamala or a Pheasantipity if things go terribly. This is definitely a research hand because I don't want to draw back into my Poffin. We got the Meganium, everybody, and we got the backup to Dudunsparce. Everything is awesome. The question is, do I put the Pheasantipity down? I think the answer is, did I manually attach? I think the answer is, did I manually attach? Oh, we have 3 energy? Then yes, we put the Fez down. And then if we can get 1... Wait, did I manually attach this turn? Oh, I did. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We still have to flip 3 heads. We only need to get 50%. That is it. You give me 50%, I win this game. It is that simple. If I get 50%, that is all I'm asking is 50%. Thank you. And look at that, 69 heads. I like getting head 69 times. All right, here we go. All we needed was 50%. We got it. You know, it's like we're in a divorce right now. And, you know, you can only lose 50% so many times. Did you know that if you lose 50% multiple times, eventually you lose 100%? Who knew? Right? That's why you should always stay married even if you're unhappy, because then you don't lose 50%. Okay, so they judged. I think my best course of action is to do nothing. Right? If I do nothing, like if I just build up the Dudunsparce, no, because they're doing 370. So actually, if I knock out this Meganium, I think that would be Megamium, right? Crap, they have another Chikorita. But they're gonna have a 4-card hand. I have a couple options before me here. Depending on what we get off the Pheasantipity, I might go for the Meganium, because that turns this guy into like 170 instead of 370, and then we force them to have to get another Meganium. Well, that's not great. Come on, Fez. That's not awesome. All right, well, then in this situation, it's just attached to you. I mean, I could just evolve into this one, because what does it really matter? Right? I'm gonna have to attack with this guy, but I guess technically I shouldn't evolve, simply because there's a chance I force them to knock out 2 single prizers. What the hell is this crap? All right, well, let's thin out the deck, and I guess I'll go and get the other Kamala. All right, well, we're in a I really hope they don't have bosses situation. There's no way they draw better than me when I have a Pheasantipity and I have, you know, research in. Okay, that's fine. There's a bug catching set, so we have to knock out the Meganium. They're playing it smartly. I am in a situation here. That's okay, because I can still potentially buy myself a turn. That is a possibility. Though I think I'm out of Air Balloon and stuff. We're out of Air Balloon. They're playing with their balls. I do have Counter Catcher, and they are going to go ahead on prizes. They have their... Oh, they have their Fez. Not taking any jungle dumps? Unfortunately not. I wish I was. And there's a Night Stretcher. Okay, do they have access to Fez this turn? I can't remember. My brain doesn't go back that far. Okay, they don't. So as long as I don't do anything, we should be okay. Right? As long as I just put Kamala in the active, we should be okay. Yes? Yes? As long as I just put Kamala in the active, and then we get the stupid lilies. All right, well, let's go lilies. Because I can just attach one to the... What the hell is this? Excuse me, please? Excuse me? Okay, so we Ultra Ball away these two. We get... I don't think there's anyone left. Oh, there's a Dudunsparce. All right, we have everything we need. Can I get some of that energy, please? Because I have to save the Kamala for later. Oh my god! There's 7 energy in the deck. We got 0. There is 7 energy in the deck. There is literally 7 energy in the deck. Half of my deck is energy. All I needed to do was get 1 to attach to this one to make the coin flips easier. So, this is crazy that they're gonna outperform me and I'm the one with the Pheasantipia that's done something. Yeah, and don't forget, I also have a superior energy retrieval, so we had 8 chances to get what we need, but we still have game because they put the Meganium into play. We've been setting ourselves up for this moment. I'm gonna research, I'm gonna super rod. Actually, I don't think I rod in any energy, right? Because if I get the superior, I want to be able to get the 3 energy. Actually, doesn't really matter, right? But I still think this is correct. I still think it's correct to do it this way. All right, then we go Kamala because we're drawing basically our entire deck. And then we go Counter Catcher. I can accelerate. It's going to come down. This is going on the YouTube video. Win, lose, or draw. This is going on the YouTube video. And then, see how we got all that energy? If only I'd received 1 or 2 last turn, then it would have been 2 extra coin flips. But I choose to believe that PTCGL was just, hyping us up, adding to the suspense, making the YouTube video more exciting, getting your feet wet. I don't even need to do this. I'm just doing it. So we're flipping 10 coins. I need 5 heads. We literally just need 50%. That is it. 50%, we win the game. It's just 50%. That's it. 50%. We needed 50% last time. We need... Oh, no. How can you... We needed 50%. We just needed 50%. Again. We only ever need 50%. And you do this to me. It's only ever 50% that we need, and you still can't even do that. The PTCGL dev truly hates me. Again, remember when I said we had 7 energy in deck, we drew 1 million cards, didn't get a single one. There is literally someone at the Pokemon Company right now working to make sure that I lose every single game, and it's not funny anymore unless you're one of the thousands of people watching this video. Then it's actually hilarious, and you enjoy my torment. And I'm going to keep this in the video because I need to upload a damn video, and the mangas are terrible. Oh, man. We are... All right, well, let's see what we got. What else do we got an Area 0 build. This one's actually okay. I will admit that this one is actually an okay list. And that deserves a pin. And Redux, damn straight. I was surprised that it actually worked. I really thought Mega Feraligatr was going to Mega Fail Alligator. But it didn't. It works more than stupid Dudunsparce. Oh, no, Feraligatr was actually okay. Not this one. This one's terrible. Okay, they're actually here. Good. I always just love the flipping 1 coin. Like, you have to tell us you're flipping a coin. Like, why don't you just skip that and just ask one of the players, hey, do you want to go first or second? The coin flip should be completely removed to save so much time, and their timer should be counting down. Because you look, there is no timer on the sidebar. The sidebar is gone. Like, isn't that crazy? Yeah, but this is a game that takes forever to load up, and it okay. We have Carmine, so if we're going first, this is terrible because I don't want to use my ignitions. If you're going first, this is actually terrible because I don't want to lose my ignition energies. All right, in this situation, and well, no, because then you could still use it. Remember that PDCGO would put your deck box and your coin on the field, so you'd see them at all times. I don't think my opponent is here. Well, it's also the fact that my opponent's taken about 3 minutes and their timer is still at 20 minutes. Let me be clear. I think the coin flip is fine, but not in TCG Live. And Butthole Rising, you're welcome. Yeah, they're not here. But like, look at this. They haven't done anything for 3 minutes. Their timer is still at 20. If Live was a well-made game, the coin flip, I wouldn't say anything about the coin flip. I never said anything about the coin flip on PDCGO, right? Because your timer was always counting down on PDCGO even if you were failing. All right, well, let's cape, and then I have to Ultra Ball, and I think we get rid of Carmine and Ignition, and then we go for Fan Rotom. Because I know they're not here, so there's not really a reason to do anything. And then we just go, yeah, 1, 1, 2. So just, yeah, obviously if I knew that they were here and we were facing an actual Frostlass deck, I wouldn't do this, but they're not here, so it doesn't matter. Exactly, Redux. Exactly, this is a well-made game. It's a really this is just an Area 0 build. All right, so let's get the image. Oh, that's Waitress. No, I want to talk about Pocket again. So this was the article from DNA's earnings report. So Pocket has over 150 million downloads. That is about 10 times TCG Live. I mean, conservatively, we could say like 8 times, but it's like 8 times TCG Live. And TCG Live is fully free to play. But they're constantly finding new players. Finding new players is not the problem. It's that older players are deciding that that TCG Pocket is not worth it. And the TCG Pocket is really bad. And we just win because I'm awesome. So it's the older players that, I was day negative 30. I moved to New Zealand for it. So that is the issue, is that day one players from the first year who joined in, what was it, October 2024 or whatever it was when it came out, the people who started playing at the beginning are leaving the game because it's so boring. Whereas like, at least this game, it's the main game, there's something tangible to it. Now we want to go first because I am playing Carmine and Squawkabilly. But like, you look at that, they're just failing. Like, they failed miserably. Right? They had 150 million. They have 150 million downloads. They can't, like, how can you not retain older players when you're literally making $100 million a month? Like, it's made over $1 billion, and they can't add any good content. Like, again, you've made $1 billion. If you can't retain players, you should fire everyone in charge of that game if you make $1 billion and you can't keep people interested in your game. Like, it is, like, they made some, like, don't get me wrong, they've made some good changes. Sharing is an amazing feature. Trading, they improved it after it sucked at first. Opening 2 packs a day, I have no issues with that. That's totally fine. But the premium pass is so bad. And yeah, Lucky Ice Pop, you can fully heal somebody with an item. So Lucky Ice Pop could be like a max potion without having to discard anything. I think this is another opponent who's not here. Oh, never mind. They're here. They're just taking their sweet, sweet time. All right. Well, we got. Oh, cool. We have an unplayable start, but hey, this is why we put in Squawkabilly. There's your one. There's your one word. Rising. Battle Rising. There's your one for the month. And well, yeah, they're slowly like they added stadiums. They had tool. Wait, why are they taking so long? Is Squawk rotating? Squawk is rotating. We're getting Meowth to replace it. Oh. Oh? Wait, what? Hey, I saw the Gazer Beam commented on the Dragonite VOD, I think. Is Dragapult rotating? I'm sorry, 13 months. Only 13 short months until Dragapult is gone. Of course we top deck the Ignition Energy. Why wouldn't we top deck an Ignition Energy in this situation? Okay, so we go Ultra Ball. We have to do this and this. And then Squawkabilly, because things are going great. Things are starting off fantastic for us. Yep, let's, I guess we're going to motivate. Kind of seems like we're about to motivate. That doesn't interest me. That's not exciting. And then, yeah, we'll go Nest Ball for, I guess, Cornerstone. Let's accelerate to the Dunsparce. And then I&O. Because, you know, it's okay. It's Chen Pao. They never have it like that. And yeah, we'll go Dunsparce, Ursaluna, Retreat, and then we go Motivate, put 20 on him, and let's accelerate to this guy. Yeah, that is true. The Samurot's pretty good. I think it's 30 base plus 50 for each water. I believe that's what it is, and its ability is a switch effect? The Samurott is unplayable, so that's why I don't know it off the top of my foot. Oh, wow, they're playing everything. They're playing a kitchen sink. They're playing a binder drop water deck. Samurott is a deck. It is not a deck. But it is a card that exists. So they're playing, I would assume this is Kingdra EX, which does 50 times, I think it's 50 plus 50 for each water. They have Mega Frost last. They have the Samurott that's a switch effect. And then they, oh, wait, is there no, wait, I thought this was a Frigibax. This is a Froakie. Wait, but they don't have a Frigibax. Are they playing Shinobi Blade or something? There can be only one. Well, I mean, there's two snow runs. All right, they're doing Shiver Me Timbers. Notice how we have all of our Ignition Energy? Because it's impossible not to get to Arceus rank, or sorry, Ultra League. Master League? Whatever it's, it used to be called Arceus League. Back in my day, it was called Arceus League. Then they decided, hey, we're going to stop calling it Arceus League, but keep Arceus as the mascot. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, we got it at Dunsparce. So, yeah, we can't manually attach. We have to go, ooh, there's a Jet Energy. That's really good. So we'll go Poffin for, yeah, because I want them to bump my stadium. That is my goal. I want them to bump my stadium. I want them to fist my bump. You'll understand that when the Project Hail Mary comes out. But I want them to fist my bump. Or if you've read the book, you'll get that joke. All right, so all we need to do is flip 3 heads. That is a little more than 50%. I know it's asking for a lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. See, that's simple. See, don't even need to worry. They're playing a weird deck, but... oh, just, there we go. I take it by the fact that no one's doing anything that you have not read Project Hail Mary. So my advice is don't watch the trailer. Just go see the movie. Okay? Do not, if you're not planning on reading the book, anytime the trailer for it shows up, do not watch the trailer because it spoils everything. So Project Hail Mary, it's going to be good. Do not watch the trailer, okay? Either read the book and enjoy it, or just don't watch the trailers. It's that simple. Not sure why they sent up the Frostlass. But yeah, Super Smash Bros. How did they get to this rank? It's literally impossible. Nice try, Sensei. No, you have to go into it blind. It's a oh God. If you liked The Martian, did you like The Martian? Watch The Martian. It is basically in the same vein as that. So if you enjoyed The Martian, this is the next story from the guy who wrote The Martian. Do not look into it. If you don't plan on reading the book, do not watch any trailers. If you like The Martian, you will like Project Hail Mary. That is what I'm saying. Yeah, the one with Matt Damon, and he eats his poop. You remember that one? What would you name this deck? Area Zero Dudunsparce? Or, oh no, for my opponent's deck. Well, this would never be in a YouTube video. But it would be a water pile, or I guess water balloon or something. Or water binder drop. There is something to be said. Yeah. Yeah, it's that one. So there is something to be said for not including chapters in a YouTube video, because people might, click away and be like, oh, this game goes on for 20 minutes. I don't want to watch it. Chen Pao Toolbox? No, we're not doing that. All right, we got this. We got this. We absolutely got this. We're going to get all of our ignition energy. We got none of our ignition energy. But that's okay, because all we got to do is take this knockout, and we win the game. Simple as that. So I need to flip 4 heads? Yeah, I need to flip 4 out of 7. So we just need to go slightly over 50% again. You did it once before, you can do it again. You didn't do it again. Okay. How about this? The stream cannot end until we get to either 100 heads or 100 tails. And I couldn't thin, number one, I couldn't thin my hand. And number two, I thought we were going to get it and we didn't. So that was fun. So counter catcher is useless and we just kind of lose, right? Wait, why are they retreating? Who are you retreating into? Well, I know, I'm just saying to keep you in suspense, because what if we only flip heads for the rest of the stream? Well, they have essentially put us into a position where I can only use Carmine now. But if you were wondering, does Area Zero help? I mentioned this in the intro in the YouTube video. Area Zero doesn't really help because you have to play a Cornerstone Masked Ogre Pawn. It's like, yeah, you get one or two more bench spaces, but it's not really that game changing. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to energy switch off of the Dudunsparce onto the Dudunsparce. Because the corner, I normally had it for this guy, but obviously that's not going to happen. And then we go Night Stretcher. I thought we had an energy in there. That's my bad. I thought we had an energy in there. We clearly do not. And then we'll put, we should probably hold on to it, and then we'll just do the thing. Well, I don't think you have to worry about getting to 100. Pretty sure that's going to happen. So if you bet on me flipping more tails, you were correct. How many people bet on that? It was actually pretty close. It was 52% tails, 48% heads. Again, no one bet 50-50. So I'm thinking this will be the Monday deck. Because obviously I have wacky ideas for Azumarill. You know, it's just put a bunch of psychic energy into play in a world with Xatu and Smoochum and other crazy things. Well, they hit me for weakness with the Greninja, so it doesn't really matter. You know, the Greninja is kind of a game-losing situation anyway. So we're actually going to lose to this because we're weak to fighting. So I think Azumarill's the Monday deck. I'll test it a lot tomorrow just to make sure that I'm not crazy. Who said that? And then we'll go from there. But I think what I'm going to find out is that the baby Azumarill is just better than this. Can Spidops help? I mean, I'll write it down, but I think it's just not powerful enough. So I'll do Azumarill plus Team Rockets, Spidops. Like, I think Xatu is just better because it draws you cards. And Super Smash card, I mean, I could. That would be kind of funny. And then, yeah, I'll write that down. Mega Gardevoir. But I have wacky ideas that should, you know, do the thing. Okay, so between Fez and Carmine, we should be able to find the rest of our ignition energy. That is unfortunate. But the problem is I don't want baby Azumarill to be the HBIC. Okay, so we just need some ignition energies. We just need some ignition energies. We just need some ignitions. Okay, this is going to be real close here. We have to flip 4 out of 5. And XR, hey, quit trying to do that. I'm trying to think of like 10 different ideas. Oh God! Why? Okay, we can still win. We just need to gust up the Mega Frostlass. I think that was 3 and 2, right? So technically we're not at 100 yet. All right, so yeah, what was it? It was Azumarill plus Azumarill plus Glass Trumpet plus Wondrous Patch plus Energy Sticker. Yeah, damn it, I'm going to put Energy Sticker in that deck. And yeah, but we're not going to do that. Can't you just Mirage and win? Mirage Barrage? No. Luckily, and Smoochum, thank you. Yeah, Smoochum was like my original idea. Because it's just for free, you put 2 energy into play. So that's my idea. Just a bunch of experience share. We can go Energy Sticker. There's Glass Trumpet. There's Wondrous Patch. There's, you know, Turbo Energize. There's Mega Audino. Like, there's 20 different ways to build it. I refuse to do Gardevoir, though. I will not be doing Gardevoir. I can tell you that much. All right, fine. Just because I want to win, I am going to attack with the Fan Rotom. I'm going to Super Rod 3 energy back in, attack with the Fan Rotom, and we're just going to win, okay? Just because I need this. I need this so bad. I need this more than you can imagine. And Epic Moro, thank you. And there we go. Okay. Actually, hang on. Maybe. You never know. I'm willing to flip coins. If PDCGL wants to make it happen, I'm willing to flip some coins here. If Lives gives me an ignition and a Dudunsparce, or an energy and a Dudunsparce, or 2 energy to Dudunsparce. Ooh, okay. Who cares about doing the smart thing? We're flipping coins, baby. You don't build a Dudunsparce deck and go for the obvious victory. You build a Dudunsparce deck and you go for the protracted victory. And you know what? What if I decided to bring this one up? Wouldn't that be the ultimate? Okay, I'm not that crazy. You know, I'd rather go for 1 heads than 4. Okay. We just need 1 heads. We got it. Oh, we got 1. We needed 1. We got 1. All right, so that's 103 to 86. So, fun fact, if we'd gone the other way around and I'd brought up the fresh one, we would have been fine. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to be a fun YouTube video. So I'll post the YouTube video tomorrow. I'll epically post it tomorrow. Huh? That's who just subbed. Get it? Yeah, we asked for... Hey, PDC Joe's like, hey, you only asked for one. I gave you what you asked for. All right, Kim Kardashian is our new opponent. This is a Carmine Squawkabilly build. As long as we don't start stupid Ignition Energy all the time. You know, Ignition Energy never shows up unless you're playing a Carmine build and you go first, then all of your Ignition Energies show up turn 1. It's really cool. It's really cool how that works. You'll never... Dizzy, both... What is... Okay, wait, we have a Carmine, but we also have all of our recovery. Oh, they decided to go first. Okay. Yeah, Dizzy, that's the one I played in the second hour of the stream. I played it for an entire hour. And Ryusham, I think Special Charge is fine. It was... We're getting so much special energy that I think it's fine that it's out. And fun fact, I can't knock out the Riolu with Fan Rotom. It's not really a fun fact. That's kind of a sad fact. And Super Smash Card, I don't care. In Canada, we don't normally get the US ads. I think they changed. I can't remember if they changed it or not. But in Canada, we don't normally get the US ads. So if they air it in Canada, I might see it. And obviously, it'll be on YouTube and stuff. All right, believe it or not, this is not the worst hand I've ever had in the history of my life. If I can beat Mega Lucario, you have to admit I'm the #1 PDC. We prized the stupid Fan Rotom. We prized the stupid Fan Rotom. Are you kidding me right now? All right, well, we don't really have a choice. We just kind of gotta... I mean, what? I mean, I guess I can put the Kamala down. But then I have to attach to it. So you know what we're doing. You know what's happening now. Squawkabilly, I choose you, buddy. You know, I think this is the first game we prized the Fan Rotom. And it's one of the games where we definitely needed it. All right, well, gonna hold out on you. And then we go Motivate. I think we can win this one. I think we can win this game. Because they have to get Mega Lucario and they have to attach to it if they want to knock out the Squawkabilly. But yeah, Hisuian Heavy Ball, I think they should reprint, like, we have Pokepad, right? Pokepad is non-rule box. We should get Hisuian Heavy Ball or like Hisuian Leaden Ball or something, because that's the... I'm playing Arceus right now, and the step up from Heavy Ball is Leaden Ball. Oh, they're going for the... They got it. They definitely got it. There's no way you got Lucario. I'm winning this game. I can't really do much because we don't have the Fan Rotom. The Fan Rotom would be a knockout, but we got this one. There's a Makuhita. So how exactly do I win when if I knock out a Riolu, we lose? Huh. One of life's mysteries. I think, no, if I knock out the Riolu, then they're forced to give me a Mega Lucario. I just have to make sure I get another Dudunsparce down this turn. As long as I get a Dudunsparce down this turn, we have a chance. And also, I have to knock out the Riolu. All right, so let's go. Iono. I do need a couple things, because they're going to be drawing a bunch of cards next turn, and we definitely gave them a Lucario. All right, here it is. Here it is, everybody. We have to flip one. Oh, no, we can't. Okay. Well, I guess we're just doing Motivate. That is pathetic. I needed to get another Dudunsparce. If I got another Dudunsparce, I would have knocked out the Riolu, but I can't put a Dudunsparce in the active when I know for a fact that Lucario just knocks me out. And, oh, they're going to get Hariyama. They're going to get Lucario. They're going to get everything. Yeah, they're going to Harry Mama me. And because apparently I can't draw anything in this deck, apparently 3 Nest Ball or whatever is not enough. But if they just have to Mega Brave the Squawkabilly, that's great. Nope. Oh god. Okay. Well, yep. That tracks. That tracks. But the good news is, if they don't play a Premium Power Pro, they probably have Maximum Belt. Oh, they have Hero's Cape. Okay, well we were screwed regardless. Oh man, so we'll play the spiky energy build after this one. It's as I was saying, Area Zero, you have to take out consistency, right? Because if you want to fit in Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, you have to play more nest balls because you have to be able to find it. And I figured, we have Area Zero, may as well put in Carmine and Swahili to have a good first turn. Of course, we apparently can't have good turns. Apparently good turns are something that we just never have anymore. So the deck building is sound. It's just, when you never find a Carmine turn 1 and you never find a Squawkabilly, what are you supposed to do? And when you have to... Oh, God. All right, well, there's a Hero's Cape. Pheasantipity, please? Please give me something good here. Oh, you made it worse. Oh, you actually made my life worse. Thank you. You actually made life so much worse. So that's cool. Let's go attach to you, and yeah, we're just gonna motivate again. There's nothing we can do. All I have to do is just Aura Jab to the Hariyama, or yeah, they just have to Aura Jab essentially with a Premium Power Pro and they win the game. Or just not put a second Mighty Lucario into play. So the difference between winning and losing is that I didn't find a second Dunsparce, but then of course they just got everything they needed. So it seems like every time I do the right play, PDCGL is just like, no, we're just gonna give them everything. I mean, if they bring up the Dunsparce, obviously I'm conceding. Yep, okay, all right. If you launch it right away, I'll let you take the no, okay. This is fun. We're having fun. We're gonna switch to the spiky energy build, which has 17 energy, and yet somehow it still won't be enough. All right, so this is the spiky energy build. What do we got? We got legacy energy. Do I have a blood moon? I do not have a blood moon, so we definitely want to have a blood moon because we might just run out of stuff here. So we have vengeful punch. We have nighttime mine. We have defiance band. I don't think we don't need all these air balloons if I have 3 jet energy. So we'll add the Ursa Luna. And you know what? I'm not putting this list anywhere, or maybe I am. I don't know. Life is complicated. All right, Miles Gahoney. So I think this is a go second deck, right? Well, it doesn't matter. Nothing in life matters. That's my motto. I used to have a cheery outlook on life, but then I played this game. Okay, turn 1 Kamala, don't hate it. What I do hate is the fact that we have nothing else. All right. I mean, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine, right? Hey, I told you everything was fine. And it's it's Dragonite. Okay. This is gonna go in the video. I'm gonna prove to everyone that Dragonite is trash. Nighttime Mine doesn't matter. I think we just go like spiky energy, dozing draw. Oh, but if I put a spiky energy on the active, that's an energy I can't use later. We have a conundrum on our hands. I think in this situation, we probably we get rid of the Fez and the Nighttime Mine. I go for Fan Rotom, and then we get our dudes. Good is a strong word there, Super Smash Kart. And then we can the Dunsparce, that and that. I'll go Vengeful Punch on this guy. I think it's worth it to put a Mist Energy on the active. Right, and then we can Iono. Because if I get a Jet Energy, I'll attack with the Fan Rotom. Obviously, I need a state. Never mind. All right. Okay. Well, fun times. Fun times. And yeah, I know Magical Energy makes no... We got the Jet. We're going to be able to put like 1,000,000 energy on this Dudunsparce. So hopefully they put a Stadium down, because I got rid of my Nighttime Mind because I wasn't thinking clearly. Thank you. Your Dratini's getting your Badoo is getting absolutely bodied here, by the way. All right, so all I really have to do is just wait until they get their Mega Dragonite. Because remember, Mega Electros is 60-60. If Mega Electros was 70-70, it's a whole new world. You know, it's a Magic Carpet Ride. I could grant you 3 wishes, but it's 60-60, and that's just not even cool. 60-60 is useless. You know, obviously in this matchup, it'll be pretty good, but all I have to do is knock out 2 Megas and we win. So that does beg the question, is it better to just draw more cards? Should I just attach the spiky energy and just not knock out the Badoo? Because the longer this game goes, the better it is for me. So the more cards I draw, the better it is for me. There's a town store. I don't want to give them anything. So yeah, I think we just dozing draw and just keep drawing cards. Because I don't want to Ino them and give them more cards. We got Mortys. Because I didn't want to put Research or Carmine, so I was like, hey, let's just put Mortys. They're not going to worry about their bench against the Dudunsparce. All right. We have kind of a perfect hand here. I think they're just going to keep, you know, Badooing me. The only issue here is that I have 17 energy and I can't recover any of them. Because it's a special energy deck, I can't recover any of them because there's no special charge. I mean, I'm sure there's some Pokemon that can recover special energy, but... Okay, I was wondering, what's the holdup? You have a 3-card hand. Not much is going on over there. Okay, so they're going to go get more Dragonair. So they're going to be fully set up. The problem is that Dragonite is so bad. So to everyone who watched my Dragonite VOD and was like, oh, Pilot, you're a terrible Dragonite player. Oh, rah, rah, rah. Just remember that I'm about to destroy this Dragonite deck. Oh, never mind. Oh my god, they got the stupid lilies. Okay, that makes life a little bit more difficult. That makes life a lot more difficult. Itchy Pollen, that's good. Okay, so... obviously, I'm going to Mortys. I'm still somehow asleep, by the way. That's like a lot of flips. Okay, so we have 3 Night Stretcher. That seems a little extra. I think that we get rid of the Town Store because that's the least good card. Because, you know, clearly we're not drawing anything. There's a Therapeutic Energy. We got the backup Dunsparce. Now I think we Jet Energy and just go for it. Yeah, let's go Defiance Band. This guy, because I kind of want to force the issue here. And I don't want to lose that Komala. You know, I know I have a bunch of stuff in my hand, but we should be okay. Because I'm going to be able to accelerate 2 Ignition, a Therapeutic, and a thingy thing, and then we're going to be able to... Yeah, I just put I just put a bunch of stuff in the deck. Don't... You know, there's Mortys, there's Rocky Helmet, there's Therapeutic Energy, which recovers from a status condition, there's Magical Energy. I was just like, if we're playing a version of this deck with only special energy, let's just have all the special energy that makes sense. And Super Smash Card asked, isn't Dragonite good in EVBox? Those were the only successful lists with Dragonite that I would say were successful. Why would you Ultra Ball for a Dragonite? Why wouldn't you Ultra Ball for... Oh, you already had the Fez. Okay. I mean, the Dragonair gets your evolutions. There's no point. So now we're in a situation where I can just knock out a Fez and a Mega. Knocking out the Badoo didn't really help much because their only attackers really are Megas. Because, I mean, Dragonair does 60 damage. It's really bad. And, well, it's because the evolutions can't attack the following turn, or they can't use the second attack, can't remember. So Dragonite at least lets you switch. So those were the most successful lists in Japan. Oh my god, they have to 330 a Fan Rotom. And if they go for this to Dudunsparce, guess what? They take 6 damage to the face. Because Spiky Energy is 2, Vengeful Punch is 4 more. This is why Dragonite is trash. Is because you have to deal 330 damage to a basic with 70 hit points. How is that? In what world is that good? They could Cruel Arrow. Hey, don't give them any ideas. Okay? Don't be that person. Okay, so there's Spiky. Unfortunately, the Defiance Band is not going to get us there because it's not active. All right. Worst case scenario, I mean, I can still win if I just hit him with the Fan Rotom. I don't need to do anything this turn. No, they could. They could. Battle Cage doesn't stop damage. It only stops damage counters. So let's go Dudunsparce. And, I mean, do I just Therapeutic and then... I think I just Therapeutic and hit him with the Fan Rotom. And let's go Rocky Helmet. So yeah, we'll go for an ass landing. And you love facing Dragonite with Chomp. Dragonite's free for everybody. You know, the only deck that Dragonite can beat is Mega Scrafty and any deck playing Artisan, right? The joke is that someone named Artisan just said it's a terrible... I'm sorry. Dragonite's bad. XR, the Dragonite Mirror. Oh, the Dragonite Mirror is fine as long as you play Maximum Belt. So the winner of the Dragonite Mirror is the one who plays Maximum Belt. And that's why Maximum Belt is the ace spec that I think you should be playing, just because Mega Dragonite is the free deck on the Battle Pass. So until you're in Arceus League, I'm going to keep calling it Arceus League. Until you're in Arceus League, make sure that Maximum Belt is your ace spec. Here's the Mega Electros. That's fine. If they go for a Split Bomb, that's totally okay with me. Is Emboar better? Emboar's better than Sprigatito. And Artisan, you get all the cards for free. What are you talking about? All right, well, we can Counter Catcher and do the thing. Clam Burglar. Oh, wait, what? Why? Okay. All right, seems counterintuitive. Okay, so I think they're being weird. So, I mean, does it make sense to knock out the... I think it... Wait, if I knock out the Dragonair, they don't have an attack next turn. That is interesting. So I think it's worth risking an Ignition Energy, because if we knock out the Dragonair, they don't have an attack next turn other than Mega Electros. Yeah, I think it's worth the risk. Because then we can go retreat to Dunsparce. I mean, our hand, we have nothing in our hand now, which is perfectly fitting for this game. But all I need to do is flip 2 heads off of 4. We just need 50%. We only need 50%. We got more than 50%. 89 and 104, baby. So, but this is, again, the issues with Mega Dragonite. But we got a Lily. See, I always believe. I never doubt this game. So their turn here is they have to Split Bomb my Fan Rotom and I guess the Komala to set that up for a knockout later. Because they did the wrong thing, because they didn't want to attack with Mega Dragonite. They wanted to Wally's Compassion and heal it. The Mega Electros is useless. So realistically, their options were attack with Dragonair or attack with a heavily damaged Dragonite and do 330 damage to a Fan Rotom. Again, if anyone says the Dragonite is a good deck, let me ask you, how many times have you Reuno glided a Badoo, right? If you've ever had to Reuno glide a Badoo or anything or a Dreepy, then you can't say that this is a good deck. If you've ever had to do the thing, you can't say it's a good deck. All right, so we are, oh, they're gonna paralysis? They're going for paralysis? That's kind of cool. I do have a bunch of jet energy, and I do have mist energy in the list, so naturally we can't find it. Oh, wait, is that a... Oh, that's a therapeutic. Oh my god, the therapeutic. I just threw that in there for the lulz. I just threw that in there to be funny. Can we get an ignition? We got an ignition, baby. All right, so realistically, all I have to do is flip 2 heads here, and we'll be okay. There's no... The therapeutic energy. The 100,000, 9,000 IQ big brain play. We just need 2 heads. Oh, we wouldn't have taken a knockout because I think it's... yeah, it's 320. But the therapeutic energy is going to win me the game. Who would have suspected? I mean, mist energy also would have done the thing. And oh, no, sorry. Therapeutic. Oh, I got the Rayquaza. Okay, that's going to take a knockout. But if I knock out the Ray, that is... I'm in mega win territory here. So the therapeutic energy, but to be fair, I would have taken out therapeutic to add another mist energy, so it's like, did it matter? So they'll go disaster. Wait, why wouldn't you... Did they seriously not have another energy? That's kind of sad. That's kind of big time sad. All right, so we have to go get Fez. I have to knock out the Electros this turn. I can get rid of double bosses? That's an air balloon. Well, we get rid of, obviously, Boss's Orders air balloon now. And then we have to go for Fez. Are you kidding me? It's in the discard pile. Right. Okay. All right. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is great. I forgot the Fez got knocked out. I think we lose now. Oh, come on. Did I seriously lose? This is what happened in my one test game with this list. I literally have 17 special energy in the deck. So there's 10 special energy in the deck. And all I needed was like 1 ignition and we would have taken it. Literally 17 special energy. Can you believe that? 17 special energy. And we can't find it. Oh, wait, they went for a disaster shock. Okay. They do take 2 damage. So that's a thing. There's a mist. No, not the mist energy. All right, well, that's going to go there. And then, yeah, there's nothing we can do. Because they have the air balloon. Oh, man. We're seriously going to lose to Mega Dragonite. Because, again, we have all the things we need. We just have to draw into them. We lost to Mega Dragonite. But we were in control of this entire game. The only way that we lost is that we had, 10 special energy in the deck. And we never found them. So all they have to do is just prep the Dragonite. They have so they have game. They have me in a checkmate situation here. Because I can't knock out the Dragonite. They have the electric. They have the power glass. I think the only thing I can do to win is knock out the electric. Oh, they're going... Wait, what? Wait. Oh, they got the Night Stretcher. Okay. As long as they attach to the Electros, they win. Remember when I had 3 Night Stretcher in my hand? And then when I didn't need them, and then when I needed 1 Night Stretcher to get Fez, we had 0. Wasn't that a fun time? Wasn't that fun? Yeah, so they put me in a checkmate situation because they have the electric and they have the Electros, because now they just knock out Fan Rotom. Yeah, That is embarrassing. Yeah, Castle, you're exactly right. That is embarrassing. And this is how we end the stream. Losing to Mega Dragonite, that hurts. That hurts. And then we get the ignition, of course. All right, well, let's try to make ourselves feel better. Let's at least say that we got, you know, we got them down to one prize. And then we finished the stream with 3-1. All right, so let's see who's online to raid. I'll be back on Monday with Azumarill. Hey, we finished okay. And, well, this is going to be a YouTube video, and Artisan, it's too late. You know, there's no request you can make that'll make me happy. Unless that request is to stop playing this game, in which case I will take that under advisement. Ah, man. But, like, if I was playing a slightly different build, right? Because if I was playing, you know, not a special energy build, if I was playing a build that had recyclable energy and... I choose to believe that we won this game. In an alternate reality, we won this game. Oh, right, yeah, I gotta choose a prediction outcome. So it was more tails. So who's online to raid? Who's the first person that pops up? Jellicent is just mean. Virium House is still playing Jellicent? What a nerd. Say only nerds play Jellicent. That's the raid message. Only nerds here. I'll yeah, just type only nerds play Jellicent. So yeah, I'll see all of you on a Mega Mob request. What is that? But yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Super Bowl's tomorrow. Make sure you know you should if someone's streaming TCG Live tomorrow and they're not playing a Knocked Owl deck, you should get mad at them because they're not playing a Superb Owl deck. Get it? Superb Owl